Good evening and welcome to Ben Davis High School for tonight's Class 6A Semi-State Championship game between the Center Grove Trojans and the Ben Davis Giants. Hiller 1, I'm Kevin Conrad along with Ted Kitchell and Rick Embry. We welcome you to our live coverage of Center Grove Trojan football in the IHSAA State Football Tournament, proudly presented by the Indianapolis Colts. And Ted Kitchell, frigid night tonight here at Ben Davis, to say the least. 27 degrees at the moment. It feels like 20, but bottom line, Ted, you got to put the distractions to the side and play your best football of the night.
Yeah, and it really shouldn't be too much of a distraction for Center Grove and Eric, and his team. I think first of all you have to think about how many teams are still playing football, and you have to feel very thankful that there's only 4 teams playing, and you're very thankful that you're one of them. You've had a pretty easy road here. All of a sudden it gets very difficult. Ben Davis, a very good football team. We saw them earlier in the year in a 28-0 win here. But I think that score really doesn't tell the whole story. I mean, Center Grove moved the football between the 20s, very well that night. And other than, they turned the football over 3 or 4 different times, it could have been a much closer game. So I think Center Grove comes into this game with a lot of confidence, feeling like they can move the football and that they have a very good chance of beating this very good Ben Davis football team.
Tonight's pregame show being presented by Duke Homes in its 28th year of business, and Duke Homes continues to place its focus on its roots, producing and developing the best home sites and homes in central Indiana. Duke Homes, a proud supporter of Center Grove Trojan football. Up next, Center Grove football head coach Eric Moore joins us to preview tonight's Final Four game. This is Center Grove Trojan football.
For just 2% of a typical school's budget, high school sports give us plenty of energy and excitement. For just 2%, they also give us young people whose leadership and commitment to excellence will pay big dividends in our community for years to come. 2%, that's one investment we can all feel good about. High school sports, pure spirit, pure sport, pure launching pad for life.
Hi, I'm Ryan Grigson, General Manager for your Indianapolis Colts. I would like to welcome all the players, coaches, and communities to this year's IHSAA State Football Finals. As a former Indiana high school football player, I understand the sacrifice and commitment it takes to achieve success on and off the field. The tradition of Indiana high school football has grown immensely, and the Colts are proud to lead the way. I would like to wish all the teams the best of luck and a safe end to your journey of becoming Indiana State football champions.
Well, Coach, before we talk about Ben Davis, let's not overlook a great accomplishment your football program did this last Friday night. Their 4th straight regional title. That doesn't happen in any sport very often, let alone in football and being through the MIC-Conference.
Yeah, all the credit goes to our assistant coaches and the fans and especially the players in the last 4 years have come out and participated and helped push this program to the top, to the Final Four, 4 years in a row. Just not many sports, not many schools that can say that, and I'm just real proud of our kids for achieving that goal. And that's always our goal every year, is to get one of our goals is to win the regional and get the Final Four. And just appreciate all their effort and their focus and determination. And football is a long season, and they're really riding the roller coaster now. So it was a fun win, and we're glad it's behind us, and we're looking on to bigger things.
Obviously, going into last Friday, we didn't know who we were going to play, but now that it is Ben Davis, it's almost that Southport was the perfect opponent for us to go against because they do a lot of similar things on offense, quick passes. Their quarterback was a really good quarterback last week. The receivers were strong and big, and probably the best practice for us in getting ready for this game tonight.
Yeah, it's sort of a weird way to look at it, but you're right. They did provide an excellent game plan, as will Ben Davis, and they are a lot alike. They have a big offensive line, like Ben Davis has a huge offensive line. Both of the offensive lines didn't move much, but they moved you a little bit. The quarterbacks were tremendous, and the receivers are tall and lanky and fast. So that was a good dress rehearsal for what could be a great game tonight.
We played Ben Davis back earlier in the season, 4th game of the season. This team now at Center Grove really in a lot of ways looks different, is playing completely different. Different kids starting on both sides of the ball. We've improved dramatically, and you mentioned we were going to get on the boat. We were going to do what Center Grove does, and we've done it to this point. And what other additional things can you add to this game tonight and what we should be looking for?
Well, it's cold. It wasn't cold in week 4, and the boat may have to be a sled tonight, but that's okay. You can paddle a sled this as well. Yeah, we are a completely different team. We've changed a lot of things. Got a lot of kids doing some different things. We're healthier, if that's unbelievably to say. In week 14, we're healthier than we were in week 4. But we've got a lot more confidence, and we seem to be really moving on offense and clicking on all 4 cylinders here. And the defense has gotten better. People are in position a little better. We're tackling really well. We just got to go out and put a good game together tonight and play like we play. I told the kids in the locker room yesterday there's only one team that can beat us, and that's us. And just don't beat ourselves. Last time over there we beat ourselves, so it's like returning to the scene of the crime again. Deja vu all over. We're gonna go back over there. I like that. We're gonna get in our white uniforms and slowly go over there tonight and sort of sneak in the back door and wham.
Can't wait. History's on our side. We're 2-1 against the BD Giants in semi-state games. Last time we lost 2 straight to them. When we beat them the following time, it was in a semi-state game. So much to be excited about. Electrifying night. We wish you all the luck. Appreciate everything you've done this year, and go Trojans.
Well, the season's not over yet. We hope that we can get in there and pull one out tonight. We hope everybody can come out, stay warm, support the Trojans. I don't know how loud you can clap your hands with 5 sets of gloves on, but we know you're there, and that's the spirit of it. And just stay with us, and let's be together tonight and think about team, and we'll prosper if we are deserving. I think we are deserving.
Good luck, Coach.
Go Trojans.
Meet Tommy. Tommy's not sure which sport he will play in high school someday. But no matter what he ends up choosing, playing sports in high school will help pave the way to a happier, healthier life. All Tommy needs to do is make up his mind. High school sports. Pure spirit, pure sport. Pure launching pad for life.
The game of football is about sportsmanship and playing by the rules. Remember, during today's game, the rules rule.
In the game of football, as in life, respect is key. During today's game, respect your teammates and opponent. Play like a champion, practice sportsmanship.
The IHSAA and the Indianapolis Colts believe respecting your teammates and opponents is key to on-field success. During today's game, play like a champion. Practice sportsmanship.
Welcome back live to Ben Davis High School for tonight's Class 6A Semi-State Championship game between Center Grove and Ben Davis. 27 degrees here at game time under partly cloudy skies here on the west side of Indy. And good evening, Kevin Conrad, joined by Ted Kitchell and Rick Embry. We welcome you to our live coverage of Center Grove Trojan football in the IHSAA State Football Tournament, proudly presented by the Indianapolis Colts. And Ted Kitchell, you look at the numbers for Coach Eric Moore in the Semi-State, especially against Ben Davis. He's had quite a bit of success. Coach Moore 2-1 against the Giants, 1-0 against Coach Kirshner in the Semi-State, winning back in 2008. The other time Coach Moore defeated Ben Davis, you go back to 2000 when they beat Coach Dolahan and the Giants 30-28. And both of those games, very, very cold evenings. And we got a very similar situation here tonight, Ted. Very, very cold.
Yeah, I think his numbers pretty much fare out against anybody. He's had a great deal of success on the south side of Indianapolis with Center Grove Trojans being the coach there. And it doesn't really matter who you team up against, he's going to give them a good football game. You can guarantee that his Center Grove Trojans, as they come onto the field, they're going to be well prepared. I mean, that's one thing that Eric does an outstanding job with. I mean, he prepares you like the way a college coach would prepare his team, and his team is prepared. They know what they need to do and what they're going to have to do to win this football game. I thought the thing that most interesting in his comments was, we just can't beat ourselves. I mean, early in the year, as we said, we moved the football up and down the football field between the 20s, but then we turned it over 4 times. Cannot turn the football over. You got to give them a chance to turn the football over. This is a team, Ben Davis, who's turned it over 22 times. So let's hope tonight that Center Grove takes care of the football and maybe Ben Davis fumbles it and things turn out a little bit differently than they did earlier in the year.
We see the Center Grove Trojans emerging from the locker room in the white uniforms trimmed in red for the Center Grove Trojans. Pretty good support here on the Trojan side. Again, very, very frigid temperatures tonight, so the Trojans maybe more fans at the moment than Ben Davis across the way. And Coach Eric Moore in his 16th year at Center Grove. The Trojans 9-3 on the season, finished up 4-3 in the MIC. As we see the Center Grove Trojans running to the sideline. The Trojans have won 8 straight. On the road, 4-1 this season. The only loss back in week 4 right here at Ben Davis. The Trojans finished up number 6 in the AP Class 6A poll, number 5 in the coaches poll, and in the current computer ratings, number 5. Beat Southport last week in the regional championship at Center Grove, 35-22. For the Ben Davis Giants, the head coach, Mike Kirshner, in his 8th year at Ben Davis, 10-2 on the season, 5-2 in the MIC, finished 3rd. Beat Warren Central in the regional championship last week, 40-36. And Ted Kitchell, they won that in the last drive of the ball game, scored with just 11 seconds left to beat the Warren Central Warriors. And that's one thing Ben Davis, with the passing attack, they're just so dangerous, and you just know that they can do that last-second drive of the ball game. They also beat Pike earlier in the season on a late drive in the game as well.
Yeah, the thing that really does for them is that they know that they can do it. They've done it a couple times this year when they really had to, with time running out on their season. And we know how good a defense Warren Central is, and for them to move it, with a minute 41 and to move it, 75 yards, I think it says a lot. When you look at their stats this year, Ben Davis got 130 first downs by rushing the football. They also got 130 first downs by passing the football. So they're a team that is very good at either running or passing the football. They're a dangerous football team. They score almost 42 points a game, but they also give up a number of points. They give up almost 30 points a game. So, they'll allow you to stay in the football game, but the one thing for Center Grove, they're going to have to keep them, I think, in the 25 to 30 point range, because I don't know if Center Grove can score more than that.
Coach Kirshner, 8 years at Ben Davis, 3 sectional titles, couple of regional titles. Back in 2008, Coach Kirshner's first regional appearance, I should say semi-state appearance. That's when the Trojans knocked him off in the semi-state at Center Grove.
Well, the one thing I think if you're Center Grove that you really have to concentrate on is you can hop around and you can do all the stuff that, but you have to truly believe that you can beat this football team. I mean, nobody knows any better than these kids on this football team and Eric Moore and his coaching staff that they're 0-3 against the Big Three. I mean, you have got to make that change. You have got to do something about that. Warren Central beat you. Ben Davis beat you soundly. And Carmel beat you, okay? If you're going to win a state championship, if you're going to win this game tonight, you've got to beat one of those 3, and if you want to win a state championship next week, you're probably going to have to beat another one. But you have to first believe in your mind that you can get it done. I mean, you can hop around and tell everybody, yeah, we're ready to play, but you have to mentally be ready to play, not make mistakes, do the things that you do best, and if you can do that, then you have a chance to win the football game.
That will conclude our pregame show, proudly presented by Duke Homes in its 28th year of business. Duke Homes continues to place its focus on roots, producing and developing the best home sites and homes in central Indiana. Duke Homes, a proud supporter of Trojan football. Ben Davis across the way, purple jerseys, white pants, while the captains meet at midfield for the coin toss.
I would be very surprised if whoever wins this toss doesn't take the football. I don't think this is a night where you want to play defense, and I think these are two offensive power teams, and they want to take the football, and if given the opportunity, they would like to get it and take it as soon as they get it. It's like Center Grove has won the toss. Oh, they have. Yeah, Center Grove looks like they won the toss and they've decided to take the football, which doesn't surprise me at all. I think the other thing that's very important tonight is obviously, to watch, it's easy to watch Max Norris and Titus and I think Joey needs to have a big game, but most importantly, I think the offensive and defensive lines need to have big games. They need to control the line of scrimmage. Whoever controls the line of scrimmage in big games like this, they tend to win the football game. By controlling the offensive line of scrimmage, Joey will be able to do the things that he needs to do back there. And so, really watch who's controlling the offensive line of scrimmage, the offensive line, and that'll probably tell you a lot about the football game.
Our opening quarter being presented by Cinegrove Aqua Systems. Ben Davis will tee it up at the 40. The winner gets the winner between Carmel and Penn in a couple of weeks at Lucas Oil Stadium, the Friday after Thanksgiving. Carmel and Penn will kick off at 7:30 at Penn High School.
Really not much wind, and look for Ben Davis. They're a team that likes to pooch the ball, so let's see if Center Grove's ready for it.
Game underway. It's a sky kick to that far sideline. The Trojans receive it at the 35. Center Grove will have great field position at the 38-yard line.
Yeah, that's fantastic. Well done by Center Grove. They obviously knew that they like to pooch kick it and able to come up, field it, and get the ball at the 38-yard line. Great field position.
Junior quarterback Joey Siderwitz.
Needs to have a big game tonight. Needs to take care of the football, get the ball where it needs to be.
McCoy and Norris in the backfield. Hand off Max Norris off right tackle. He bangs to the 41-yard line. Good opening carry for the senior Max Norris.
Yeah, he's been the force all year. I think he's run for over almost 1,600 yards, 1,631 yards, averages about 11.3 per carry. So he's been a real stud for Center Grove all year, and not surprising to see him get 4 yards on the first carry.
Tackle made by Chris Parrish, senior defensive back. Max Norris named to the All-MIC team this week. Very deserving for a second year in a row. Back to Norris, off right tackle. He's got the first down across midfield to the 49-yard line. First down, Trojans.
And this is similar to what we saw earlier in the year. I mean, Center Grove was able to move the football on the ground and, got down in the red zone and not very effective in the red zone. So tonight I would be very surprised if Eric just doesn't try to, especially early, continue to pound the football.
10 yards for Norris. Tackle made by Antonio McEwen, senior defensive lineman. Senior center Austin Smoger, also all-conference this week, named. Handoff for Titus McCoy. Great block on the edge by Max Norris to allow McCoy to get a couple of yards on the play. Looked like he could have been dropped for a loss, but a good block by 15 here on the edge, Max Norris.
Yeah, very difficult to get outside against the defenses we see, early in the year, Ben Davis, Warren Central. They're very good at stringing the play out all the way to the sideline. Titus only able to get 2 yards. But by doing that and running that way, it opens up the middle and makes the defense at least think about, you having to get out there.
Couple of yards. Tackle made by Dallas Pitts, senior defensive lineman. Hand off, Max Norris looking for that first down. Spins, and he is close. Looks like a good spot, Ted. First down, Trojans, yes.
Yeah,
Center
very
Grove
good spot. Center Grove very fortunate right there that they don't get a late hit. Max makes an outstanding run, and then as you're standing there right there, I mean, that is a late hit, and very fortunate that they did not get a 15-yard unsportsmanlike penalty right there.
9 yards for Norris, off to a fantastic start. Ball at the Giant 38-yard line. 10:20 to play, first quarter here in the Semi-State Championship game. Opening drive of the ball game. Siderwitz. Hand off, Max Norris off that right side again, spins away from the tackler, gets it inside the 35, and Ted, they may have something here on the right side. They continue to run Norris here to the right side.
Yeah, and he continues to pick up 5-6 yards at a clip, and that's not anything new. We've seen that all year. I mean, when he is determined and he has the mindset that he wants to do it, he seems to be able to get about as many yards as he wants to. And so far, it looks like he has the correct mindset needed for Center Grove to score points.
5 yards for Norris. 2nd and 5 at the Ben Davis 33. Hand off Norris. Couple of stutter steps to the 30.
You're definitely down in 4-down territory, so now you're looking at 3rd down and about 3. So, you would think that you're going to have at least 2 downs right here to pick this up, but you'd sure like to pick it up right here on 3rd down if at all possible.
Again, Ben Davis defeated Center Grove 28-0 in Week 4 here at Ben Davis. And, Ted, it's difficult from a coaching standpoint sometimes when you win that first game to try and tell your team, your players, you've got to come back. You know Center Grove's going to make adjustments. Center Grove, a much improved team. They go back to Norris off the left side this time. He's got the first down inside the 25.
Yeah, the Center Grove offensive line really, nobody's really putting a hand on him till he gets about 2 or 3 yards downfield. By that time, he's got enough momentum. You see him, nobody touched him right there till about 4 yards down the field. And I think your point is well made as far as, especially when you look up and you beat the team 28-0. These kids think, we're playing Center Grove. We already, tattooed them pretty good. This should be a pretty easy win. I think it's very difficult as a coach to get them fired up to play.
New set of downs from the 24. Norris just shy of the 20-yard line. Picks up a couple.
When having played for the coach that I played for at IU, those were the most demanding days, is when you got ready to play a team that you had already beat. That's when he was the toughest on you, as he mentally wanted you prepared and ready to go out and play the best that you could possibly play, not worry about who you were playing.
2nd and 7. Siderwood's handoff. Titus McCoy chopped down at the 19-yard line. Ben Davis doing a good job clogging the hole.
So it looks like it's about 3rd down and 5. I mean, you got a lot of different options here. I mean, if you throw the football, see, good job by Ben Davis. But if you throw the football, Hensley has been the number 1 receiver basically all year. That is who Joey feels most comfortable throwing the football. But I would be very surprised. I think they'd give Norris another shot here on 3rd down.
Hensley last week with his touchdown reception set the school record for the most touchdown receptions in a career. Siderwood's handoff to Daggett, trying to get outside. Stiff arm. He gets it across the 20 and real close to a first down. Looks like they take him out of bounds maybe at the 15-yard line.
Yeah, it looks like it's about 4th down and about 2 yards to go. And he was fortunate to get that, because Ben Davis came up, probably should have made the tackle, and it was going to be about a loss of 3 or 4. So to be 4th and 2, they can feel very fortunate.
4th and a couple.
They've not been able to stop Norris here tonight. I would think you got to give the football to him here on 4th and 2. But Ben Davis knows that also.
Siderwitz will hand it off to Titus McCoy. Did he get enough of a push? I don't believe so.
I don't know.
Looks like they're going to spot it at around the 14. No indication as of yet.
Well, I don't know. It's hard to tell from this angle.
First down, Ben Davis. Turnover on downs.
Wow. It's hard for me to understand why you don't give the ball to Max Norris. I mean, he's your horse. He's been the guy, and I'm not here to second-guess Eric Moore. Eric Moore's won a lot more football games than I, but I would guess if you were to ask Eric Moore, I bet he'd tell you, I wish I would have given it to Max Norris. But it's easy to second-guess in that situation. What you're going to watch with Ben Davis is a team that can move the ball both on the ground and in the air, and they can move it quickly either way.
Kyle Kastner, senior quarterback, very impressive. Handoff, running play. The Center Grove Trojans defend it well.
They do a nice job defending it on the run. I mean, you can see that they're a team that lines up, no huddle. They get their directions from the coaches on the sidelines.
Chris Evans, Jr., with the carry, got a couple of yards. Quick pass to that far sideline. Center Grove did a good job with the coverage. Zach Hart with the tackle.
Kastner has kind of a funny action as you watch him. He kind of takes it up high and slings it out there, but he's very effective. You can see kind of a different motion than you're used to watching quarterbacks, but it's been very effective throughout the year.
Completed pass to Story Emerson. 3rd and 1 at the Ben Davis 24. 6.5 minutes to play here in the opening quarter. Running play, first down, Ben Davis. And Ted, we have to keep an eye. We were told prior to the game we did not know if we would see their top running back, Torian Tate, because of an injury that he suffered last week. And so far it's been Chris Evans.
Yeah, and
doing
Tate is their number one guy. I think he had almost 1,230 yards.
Great hit by Pence.
Great hit, but great catch. I mean, he held on to it, and it's a 5-yard gain.
Rashawn Bond, senior wide receiver, 5'8", 160 with the catch, but watch that nice hit by Tyler Pence.
Yeah, he really did a nice job. It's amazing that the guy was able to hold on to it.
4 yards on that completion. They stick with Evans. They had him wrapped up. He gets out of it. And now he's loose.
Trouble.
They're chasing him.
Trouble.
Still giving him chase. And he's going to go the distance. Touchdown, Ben Davis.
Wow. No flags. And that was a play that we had about 3 or 4 yards in the backfield, and now he's gone for a touchdown.
69 yards for Chris Evans on the touchdown. Center Grove had him bottled up. He was able to rip out of the tackle. Trojans lost containment here on the near side, and Evans goes 69 yards for the score as Ben Davis strikes first.
And very similar to what we saw early in the year. I mean, Center Grove moves that football all the way down the football field very easily. Then they give it up on a 4th and 2 where they're not able to pick it up. And then Ben Davis, not exactly the play that they called, but able to score the football. This is a team that can score the football. I mean, they score 41 points a game. So if you're Center Grove, you're going to have to pick up 4th and 2, and you're going to have to score about 30 or 40 points if you expect to win this football game.
So, Ted, the Ben Davis Giants, they throw the first punch. Now we got to see the Center Grove offense respond. How does Center Grove respond?
Well, I think we know how they will respond. I mean, as all Eric Moore teams do. I mean, they're going to come back fighting, and they're going to do what they do best. But this is a team that can't get down, 2 or 3 scores. I mean, they get down 2 or 3 scores, and they start having to throw the football and save time and things like that. The other thing is Ben Davis is able to get up a couple scores. I think it gives them a tremendous amount of confidence, and they start playing really loose and fast, and they're very dangerous doing that also.
For the Giants on the drive, 5 plays, ran it 3 times, couple of pass plays, moved it 85 yards, and a minute 13. Evans on a 69-yard touchdown run. Again, the Giants stopped the Trojans. Turned them over on downs.
I'm amazed that they always pooch kick it to the right. I would think that you might step around and pooch kick it to the left once in a while. The Center Grove's going to put their best return guy down there.
From the 24-yard line,
I
Center
think
Grove
Titus
gets it to the 38-yard line. Good return by the sophomore, Titus McCoy.
Almost exactly where they got it the first time, which, they're not going to cry about that. I mean, getting it at the 38-yard line, just got to we got to find a way to get points on the board. We got to get it in the end zone.
14-yard return by McCoy. 5:41 to play, first quarter. Center Grove trailing 7-0. Lone back, Max Norris, double wing back, hand off to McCoy, and the man in motion takes a big hit, takes another big hit, and they push him back. His forward progress gets him maybe a half yard.
Yeah, the thing that I would be afraid of if I was at Center Grove, at some point in time, Ben Davis is probably going to try and take away, Titus, and they're probably going to try to take away number 15. And if they take those 2 things away, then it makes it very difficult. Joey is going to have a big night of throwing the football. He's going to have to find, number 5 on the outside, and he's going to have to do some things that maybe Center Grove's not real comfortable doing.
No gain, 2nd and 10, back to Max Norris. He finds a nice gaping hole, first down, still on his feet, runs out of real estate. They push him out of bounds across midfield, first down Trojans. 15 yards for the Rocket.
Well, I mean, watch him run here. I mean, nobody touches him until he gets about 12, 13 yards down the field. I mean, he's just running over people. He is, he looks like the one back for the Colts, the old New York back, the kind of an angry man when he runs. Bradshaw, I've always thought he's an angry man when he runs, and that's a little bit the way Max Norris looks right now.
At the Ben Davis 47, Max Norris sticking to that right side of the line, almost broke that tackle. The Ben Davis Giants finally bring him down. That's Cortez Tenen the defensive back who brought him down after a pickup of 4 yards.
Well, watch him again here. He picks his spots. Again, nice, great feet. I mean, the way he's able to hop around, and he finds the hole each and every time, and just doing an outstanding job here tonight running the football.
At the Ben Davis 43, 2nd and 6, 4:25 to play first quarter. Winner goes to Lucas Oil Stadium for the championship in a couple of weeks. Back to Norris. He's got the first down and a whole lot more to the 20 and taken down just short of the 15.
Wow.
Max Norris.
Going to take another look at it. I mean, watch how nobody is even getting a hand on him until he gets 15 yards down the field. He keeps the legs moving. He gains another 10 yards, about a 25, 30-yard pickup, and he's got him moving in the right direction.
Give him 26 yards. Norris had, 336 yards and 5 touchdowns against Lawrence Central, a MIC record for the most yards in a game. Set the MIC record last year. I believe it was 98-yard, a touchdown run against Carmel, longest run from scrimmage in MIC play. New set of downs at the 18-yard line. Calvin Daggett finds a big hole, cuts it back, touchdown! Touchdown, Trojans, Calvin Daggett.
Well, you wondered how Eric Moore's team would respond, and they responded very quickly. Even before the first quarter's over, they've got points on the board.
Calvin Daggett, senior, 18-yard touchdown run, makes it now 7-6. Trojans within 1, 3:55 to play first quarter.
Well, Calvin Daggett makes an outstanding run, good move to his right to get into the end zone, but they can all thank Max Norris because the team, Ben Davis obviously keen on him, gave them an opportunity to get Daggett in the end zone.
Good snap, good hold. The kick by Snyder is good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece in the Semi-State championship game.
Well, the one thing you see Daggett run again here, nice move, good move to his right, real quick, good feet, able to get it in the end zone. But we talked, just a little bit ago, we said, Ben Davis will allow you to score points. And I think they allow their opponents to score between 25 and 30 points a game. The difference is they score 40 to 45 points a game. So you're going to have to score some points. Center Grove showed that they could do it and do it quickly. And I'm sure that Ben Davis will look to answer right away.
For the Trojans, all 5 plays were on the ground. 62 yards in 1:46. Calvin Daggett, senior, 18-yard touchdown run, ties the game at 7 apiece. Now we'll see Nathaniel Snyder tee it up at the 40. Let's see if they'll let Nathaniel rip this one off for a touchback or do that sky kick. He's effective with both type of kicks this season.
I mean, obviously it's going to be a little difficult to compress the football when it's this cold out. I don't know if he can get it into the end zone or not, but I guess we'll find out.
Very high to the 2-yard line. Trojans miss on the first tackle, and they finally bring him down just short of the 30. Nice return by Jordan Wilkerson. He's a 5'11 junior. 29 yards on the return.
Well, you've got to come out here defensively, and you've got to really be ready to pursue the football. I mean, Ben Davis is going to throw a lot of the short passes. They throw it, short, and then all of a sudden they try to bust one up the seam and get a long pass on you. And all along they're looking to run the football too. So they're a team you really have to be awake here as far as what's going on.
3:47 to play. The toss to Chris Evans, and the Center Grove Trojans push him out of bounds. They do not allow him to get the edge, and again, Tate, their top running back, so far has not played. We were told he was injured last week against Warren Central. Chris Evans, though, as a junior backup, is also very impressive, though, for the Giants.
Yeah, they said Tate, it was an ankle. So, obviously, for a running back, that would be one of the main problems if it was an ankle and he's not able to get it loose.
Cole Fresher with the tackle for the Trojans. Screen pass to Evans, and Evans taken down at the 33-34-yard line, short of the first down.
About a 5-yard gain, so they're looking at 3rd down and 5.
Tackle made by senior linebacker Adam Lutgreen. 3rd and 6 to call for Coach Kirshner. And the Ben Davis Giants, with 3:15 to play, opening quarter, we're tied at 7 apiece. Kastner, senior quarterback, from the pocket. Stands tall in the pocket. Delivers and completes it at the 45-yard line for a Ben Davis first down.
Yeah, you're going to have to jump up there once in a while. I mean, you got to be careful, but Kastner is very good. He's a confident guy. I mean, he is not concerned with 3rd down and 5. He says, I can step and pick that up each and every time. That's what you want to see in your quarterback. Very impressed earlier in the year with the way he does things.
Coming to the near side, Evans doing a great job with reading his blocks, being very, very patient. Picks up 10 yards, very close to a first down.
Well, he gets a couple guys pulling here. It looks like, the right guard, right tackle, both pull. You can see out there in front of him, 77, does a nice job waiting on his blockers. Did a nice job picking up 10 yards.
Justin Brandon, number 77, lead blocker for the Giants. It is enough for a first down at the Trojan 45. Kastner fakes here to the near side and almost picked off. The Center Grove Trojans read it well. Cole Fresher, the safety, nearly picked it off. He was looking for number 2, Brennan Gillis.
Well, they were looking for the big play. I mean, he gives a little pump fake, and he's wanting him to go up the seam, and Center Grove does a nice job, stays right there on the play. There is a penalty.
Penalty against the Center Grove Trojans.
Hands to the face, you say? Wow, I didn't know we had that one in high school. I see it called in the pros all the time now, but I think that's the first time I've seen it called all year.
15 yards.
Wow.
On the penalty. They're going to spot it at the 30-yard line. First down for the Giants. Tough break for the Trojans.
Both teams heavily penalized this year. As you look at their stats, both teams create a lot of penalties.
New set of downs. Evans hit behind the line of scrimmage and dropped. Cameron Ted Jr. and Devin Wilson, another junior, in on the stop. A loss of 2 yards.
Does an outstanding job right there. Center Grove really running to the football. 2nd down and 12.
2:20 to play, first quarter, tied at 7. Kastner from the gun. Kastner looking left, now rolling right, being chased by Gavin Everett. Throws, completes, his man's out of bounds. That is Story Emerson. He's a junior. He's a good one.
Looks like it's just short. 3rd down and about 2 or 3. But you can see Kastner, even when he gets out outside the pocket there, he's able to throw on the run. He's a confident guy. And most importantly, his players are very confident in him getting the job done. They just don't seem to be concerned that they can't pick about anything up.
3rd and 1, Evans hit behind the line of scrimmage. I don't believe he got it. He needed to get to the 20.
Yeah, he did not get it.
No yards on the play. 4th and a long one for the Ben Davis Giants.
Yeah, this is 4-down territory. They're not looking to kick field goals tonight. Like we said, these are both teams that can score points and score points quickly, and they're looking to put points on the board whenever the opportunity presents itself.
1:40 to play, first quarter. Kastner, movement by the Trojans. Devin Wilson, number 3 for the Trojans, I believe, got in the neutral zone.
Just one more play where, Kastner shows his, he's really savvy back there as far as, making good plays, good decisions. Gets up there, he pulls Center Grove off sides and picks up an easy first down.
Couple of critical penalties against the Trojans here on this drive. That's 20 yards in penalty yardage. New set of downs for the Giants at the Trojan 16-yard line. 90 seconds remaining, first quarter. Ben Davis knocking on the door. Kastner looking left, pumps it, under pressure, fires, and has a man completed at the 10, down to the 6-7-yard line. That is Rashawn Bond.
Well, Center Grove does a good job putting pressure on him, and still Kastner able to step up, steps right up into the opening, able to find his receiver. Very difficult to defend a team that can run and pass like this team can.
8 yards for Bond. 2nd down. Kastner looks to the sideline with a minute to play first quarter, looking for the next play. Ball at the Trojan 7-yard line. Kastner with the toss to Evans. Sprints it outside. Center Grove trying to take away the edge. He breaks an arm tackle out of bounds inside the 5. The Trojans just could not get a good angle on him. Zach Hart was able to get some fingertips on him, but not a good angle to make the tackle.
Yeah, it looks like, you keep thinking that they're going to make that tackle. You look right there, you think, wow, and he just takes the one little step, and rather than losing 3 or 4 yards, he's able to gain a couple.
4 yards for Tate. First and goal at the 3. 46 seconds to play opening quarter. They go to Evans, and Evans is in there for the touchdown.
Yeah, you can see with their offensive line, Eric talked about they have a big, powerful offensive line. That's an offensive line that can play big boy football if needed, if you need to pick up 3 or 4 yards downfield. You can see they pretty much blow him up and able to get him. This is a line that usually does a lot of pass blocking, but when they need to get yards in a situation like that, they're able to.
Lucas Figueredo, junior kicker, out on the field. High snap, they get it down. The kick is good, and it is now a 14-7 ball game. The Center Grove Trojans trail with 41 seconds remaining here in the opening quarter.
Well, I mean, this is a situation you're going to be put in a lot tonight. I mean, you're going to have to respond. At some point in time, you'd like to maybe, be able to pick a pass off, get a fumble, get something. And, if you could ever get ahead of them, make them, do the chasing. Right now, they're able to get up 7 points and you chasing all the time. But so far, Center Grove has answered the call.
For the Giants on the drive, 10 plays. They ran it 6 times, threw it 4. 71 yards in 3 minutes, 5 seconds. Evans on a 4-yard touchdown run, his second of the night. Makes it now a 14-7 ball game. Center Grove down by 7. 41 seconds remaining, opening quarter.
Be interesting to see if Ben Davis makes any type changes to try to play against Max Norris. Center Grove, it's very difficult because, Kastner can do so many things out of the, when he's passing. But, I would be surprised if Kirshner doesn't do some different things here soon.
From the 21, Titus McCoy to the 30, tripped up at the 35. Otherwise, that one could go for big yardage. Chaz Stringer got him around the shoe tops.
And he just gets him around the shoe tops, I'll tell you. I mean, it looks like the Titus is off to the races here. Makes a nice cut up the middle, and right there, just able to get a hand out and knock him down.
Opening quarter being presented by Center Grove Aqua Systems. Center Grove from its own 35-yard line. A lot of Max Norris tonight. And here comes Max. He breaks a tackle. First down, Trojans. 11 yards for the senior Max Norris.
Yeah, take a look at Ben Davis' defense, and, they still they've only got 4 guys down linemen. I'm surprised that they don't have about 8 guys up tight to the line and making it very difficult for Center Grove to run the football. But they continue to just run their regular defense.
20 seconds to play first quarter. First and 10 at the Trojan 46. Titus McCoy spins out of a tackle, gets a couple. And that should be our final play of the first quarter here in the Semi-State Championship game at Ben Davis High School. It's been a good one. So far, the Trojans moving the ball offensively, and so has Ben Davis. 14-7, Giants lead it. We'll take a break. This is Center Grove Trojan football.
For just 2% of a typical school's budget, high school sports give us plenty of energy and excitement. For just 2%, they also give us young people whose leadership and commitment to excellence will pay big dividends in our community for years to come. 2%. That's one investment we can all feel good about. High school sports. Pure spirit, pure sport, pure launching pad for life.
Welcome back to Ben Davis High School. Kevin Conrad, Ted Kitchell, Rick Embry with you tonight for the Sema State Championship game. The winner here advances to the state championship in Class 6A in a couple of weeks at Lucas Oil Stadium to play the winner between Carmel and Penn. Those two teams playing up in South Bend area at Penn High School. And Ted Kitchell, interesting first quarter. Both teams moving the football. It might come down to which defense can make a stop.
Well, I don't think there's any doubt. I mean, I don't know if there's a defense that can make a stop, and it might come down to whoever turns the football over or whoever makes a big play such as that. But so far the offenses have dominated this football game.
Center Grove with the football to begin the second quarter. Max Norris rips through another tackle and then taken down at the 46-yard line, be a couple of yards short of a first down. 7 yards.
They just can't get him on the ground. I mean, right there they had him, at the line of scrimmage or maybe for a 1-yard loss, and he ends up picking up 6. So it's 3rd down and 2. The only defensive play so far tonight was the one that Ben Davis made on 4th down and 1 or 2 yards, and still a little question that very surprised that Max Norris did not get that football in that situation.
3rd and 2, Max Norris trying to get outside, still fighting, and
he's got it. That's first down, I think.
Yeah, it looks like a pretty good spot. Should be first down, Center Grove. What an effort by the senior, Max Norris.
Yeah, first down.
Ted, you may recall when Max was a freshman, he was a key part of that Center Grove team that went all the way to Carmel that year to play Carmel in the Sema State.
Oh, he's been an outstanding player. I mean, it came as a freshman. Obviously, he was not very big, but had tremendous speed, and he's improved on that this year. But he's been the guy. Looks like they're looking to throw.
Siderwitz puts it out there. He's got Hensley inside the 10, down to the 6. What a throw by Siderwitz.
Well, and it was a great surprise. I mean, Ben Davis was not ready for that play at all, and Devin Hensley does a nice job of running under the football. You can see he times it and doesn't allow the defender to get to that football. Devin does a nice job of running just fast enough so he gets underneath the football at the correct time. And Center Grove, big play.
37 yards on the completion. 1st and goal at the 7.
Flag
down. This will go most likely against the Trojans.
Huh.
Long discussion.
Yeah, long discussion. So it doesn't look like it's on Center Grove.
Indicating against Ben
Must have
Davis.
lined up in the neutral zone.
Encroachment against the Giants.
It'll be half the distance.
First down, half the distance.
Get it to about the 4.5.
At the 3, 1st and goal at the 3.
Offensive line's got to do a job here. You got to move some people.
Hand off, Max Norris trying to power in from the right side. Good job by the Ben Davis defense to stand him up in the hole. He gets 1 yard. 2nd and goal at the 2.
Yeah, your offensive line has got to get a push right here. You've got to get that defensive line moving backwards right here. Ben Davis did a nice job right there of standing the offensive line up, and really no yards picked up.
Yeah, they'll keep the ball right at the 3, so 2nd and goal at the 3. Daggett and Norris in the backfield. Siderwitz, hand off, Daggett off the left side, and this time they stand up Daggett, but he's still on his feet with that second effort. Still not able to get much of a push. I think he gets back to the line of scrimmage.
Looked like his knee went down there early. We'll take a look at it right here. Right there. Yeah, his knee was down.
No gain on the play. 3rd and 3.
These are tough yards down here, especially when you're a team that likes to run the football, because they can just put all the guys right there in the box. I mean, here's an opportunity to fake and throw it to Hensley, but you just don't have a lot of room. So I would be very surprised if Norris doesn't get it going wide.
Hand off, Norris, touchdown! Touchdown, Norris!
Yeah, they've not been able to stop him all night. Rather than run it right up the middle, they're able to run it off tackle right here. There's just not enough people out there. Good job by the Center Grove offensive line of giving him, just a crease. That's all he needed, and he's able to get it in the end zone.
First touchdown of the night for the senior, Max Norris, 3 yards out. 9:12 to play. Second quarter, Center Grove within one, 14-13. Good snap. Snyderwitz puts it down. Snyder puts it through, tied at 14 apiece. We got a great one here tonight at Ben Davis High School.
Well, and it's not always easy to do what Center Grove has done here, to answer the bell when you're down, and especially against a very good football team. But they seem very confident that offensively they can move the football. Now they need to hopefully make a couple changes here or there. They're going to have to do something to stop Ben Davis, knock that football loose, get a fumble, get an interception, get something to change the momentum a little bit while they're out there on the defensive side.
Center Grove Trojans on the scoring drive. 8 plays, ran it 7 times, passed it once, moved it 65 yards in 3 minutes, 48 seconds. Norris, his first score of the night from 3 yards out.
The one pass they threw, though, was very well done, well timed, well executed by both Devin and Joey. And it was a big play. Got them 25 or 30 yards that they really needed.
9:12 remaining in the first half.
Wasn't able to get it to the end zone the first time. Really no wind either direction. I mean, the flag is absolutely limp.
Snyder was able to kick it to the 2-yard line. Let's see what he can do going in this direction here in the second quarter.
I think that one's in there.
Going to be a yard deep.
It is.
Touchback. 1 yard deep. Well done by Nathaniel Snyder, junior kicker.
A little bit more adrenaline flowing after that second touchdown.
Ball at the 20 for the Ben Davis Giants. Evans has scored both of their touchdowns, one from 69 yards, the other one from 3 yards out. For the Center Grove Trojans, Daggett from 18 yards out scored the first one, and Max Norris just moments ago scored from 3 yards out. Quarter number 2 being presented by Allstate Insurance, the bond trigger agency of Greenwood.
This is an offense we're talking about that basically went 80 yards against Pike in about a minute, and when it went about 75 yards last week against a Warren Central team that scored.
Inside,
they can
handoff Evans.
They can run it, they can pass it, and most importantly, they're just very confident. I mean, you and I and everybody else have watched Jason West's defense at Warren Central. We know how difficult they are to score on, and this Ben Davis team took it 75 yards and won the football game against them.
Evans wrapped up at the 25, no gain after picking up 5 on first down.
Back-to-back runs by Ben Davis, usually a team that throws it just as much as they run it. So they've got third down and 4.5 maybe here.
Lutgreen made the stop.
Probably a run or probably a pass.
Third and a long 4, almost 5 yards here for the Giants. Center Grove needs a big play defensively to get their first stop of the night. Kastner picked off. Lutgreen. Adam Lutgreen, senior, middle linebacker with the pick.
You can see he jumps the route. Great job by the Center Grove defensive coaches. They put him into a situation, and they had 53 jump that route. They knew that was the route they like to throw. He's able to get it in there, get a turnover, and that's what we talked about. That's what you got to turn the momentum and do whatever you can. And nice job by Lutgreen changing things right now.
10th interception for Kastner on the season. Center Grove, fantastic field position at the Ben Davis 31. Great opportunity to take the lead. 8:14 to play, first half. Max Norris trying to plow on that right side, continues to push, and now they rip him down following the whistle. The Trojan fans want a unsportsmanlike conduct or a late tackle or late hit, but no call.
Well, there's not going to be any call, and the problem is not Ben Davis or Center Grove. The problem is the officials have gotten to the thing. You watch college football, and they just refuse to blow the whistle. The same in the pro ranks. I mean, it's ridiculous that they do. And I guess they did call a penalty right there.
Face mask, Ted.
Face
yards,
mask. Okay,
5
face
yards.
mask.
against Ben Davis.
But, I mean, I sit and watch football all day Saturday and Sunday, and it's just ridiculous how they continuously do not blow the whistle. I mean, once your momentum is stopped, it is needed that the officials start blowing the whistle.
Going back to the ground game, sticking with it. This time, Daggett cannot get out of the backfield, losing yardage. Loses a couple. Great penetration by the Ben Davis Giants.
Well, they seem to be playing with a little bit more urgency here all of a sudden, when they Center Grove's picked that off. So they still haven't shown that they can stop Max Norris.
Loss of 2 makes it 2nd and 7. 7.5 minutes to play here in the opening half. Tied at 14 apiece. Center Grove trying to capitalize off the interception thrown by Kastner. Man in motion, Daggett. The handoff goes to Norris. He's got the first down, and to the 10, to the 9. Almost a touchdown. They drag him down at the 9.
I was surprised that they were able to drag him down. Usually when he gets ahead of steam and he gets out in front, nobody able to. But Ben Davis, number 26, did it, or 29, is that his number? Able to get on and hold on, and able to stop him at about the 9-yard line.
Walter Wilson with the tackle. 1st and goal at the 9.
Walter was hanging on for his dear life right there. He was taking a ride.
Titus McCoy sprinted outside. Great block by Norris to the 5, to the 4, out of bounds. Oh my, what a block by number 15, Norris on the edge.
Take a look at it, number 15. Titus following him out there. Boom, knocks him right off his feet. Titus does a nice job, stays in there tight, able to get the ball down inside the 5.
Karen McCoy just met Max Norris. Wow. At the 4, 2nd and goal at the 4. Trojans looking to take the lead.
Got to give it to 15.
There he is, and they get him in the backfield before he can get
Fumble.
started.
Oh, they said ball was down.
They're going to say his knee was down before the ball came out. The far official says he was down. Knee was down.
Well, we'll get a look at it here. Let's take a look at it. They jump through, get through quickly. Wow. I didn't really see when he lost the football here. I mean, you see that he loses it. Wow. I think the ground caused the fumble is the main reason they called that, or didn't call a fumble right there.
3rd and goal at the 4. 8 on the play clock. 7, 6, 5. Siderwitz takes the snap. Looking to pass. He's got a man. Touchdown, Trojans! Center Grove scores. Touchdown, Center Grove.
Great.
Corey Heinrichs, the freshman tight end.
Yeah, great call right there. Good fake. They're so concerned about Max, and a nice big target, number 87, able to pull it in for the touchdown. The go-ahead touchdown for Center Grove.
Corey Heinrichs, a freshman. 4-yard touchdown reception. Big moment for that young man. And Center Grove's in front, 20-14.
I mean, every point's important here, so, I mean, the extra points are most important. He's able to get it through.
Kick is good, 21-14 Trojans.
Seems like we ought to be in about the middle of the 3rd quarter, going to the 4th, and we've still got 6 minutes left in the 2nd quarter, so a lot of action here early in this game.
First touchdown for Heinrichs. It will be a memorable one for that young man. 6:06 to play, first half. Center Grove in front, 21-14. First lead of the ball game for Center Grove.
Well, Ben Davis has not shown that they can stop Center Grove. Center Grove has to have a tremendous amount of confidence that they can move the football up and down the field at will, as they've been able to. They haven't had to pass it much, but when they've passed it, they've been successful, and, they've had no answer, Ben Davis, for Max Norris at all here tonight.
Again, the Trojans got the short field at the 31-yard line thanks to Adam Lutgreen's interception. On the drive, Center Grove 6 plays, ran it 5 times, passed it once, the touchdown pass, moved it 31 yards in 2 minutes, 8 seconds. Siderwitz to Heinrichs, 4-yard touchdown pass.
You got to give the Center Grove defensive coordinators a big pat on the back right there. They put Lutgring in the right position. I mean, not that he didn't make a great play, but you could see him jumping around. They knew exactly what play they liked to run. Lutgring got there, made the interception that Center Grove needed.
Very, very high from nearly the goal line. Wilkerson to the 25, to the 30, 35, and down to the 41-yard line. What a return by Jordan Wilkerson, the junior.
They got some great athletes, and they can make things happen very quickly. And they're going to start with great field position here at about the 40-yard
line. So about a return of 40 yards for Wilkerson. He took that one just inside the 1. Great field position for Ben Davis. Plenty of time to work with here in the second quarter. 5:58 to play. Kastner, penalty flag down. Flag here on the near side thrown.
Movement by the offense, 5 yards.
First and 15. From the gun, handoff, Tate up the gut, good yardage to the 44-yard line.
Almost 10 yards. Yeah, they got 9 yards. Nine of that back, so it'll be second down and about 6.
Kastner, he fakes it, doesn't run very often. He's going to throw it and get rid of it. In his face was Jackson Sadrell. Almost got the sack. Again, Kastner truly more of a pocket passer, not much of a runner. Third down, 3rd and 6.
Certain plays they like in this situation. Let's see if Center Grove can sniff it out again. Bad snap.
Kastner gets rid of it. Completed pass, incomplete. Knocked down by Hart. Zach Hart knocked it down. Brennan Gillis, the intended receiver. Gillis has been very quiet tonight. He had a big game back in week 4 against the Trojans, but so far they've done a good job.
Yeah, you
Gillis.
take a look at it. He's got position. It looks like he's going to make the catch, but Center Grove able to get a hand in there, knock it away, and Ben Davis now in a punting situation.
Trojan fans watching on the webcast, we apologize. Yes, we do have a camera shaking tonight. The Trojan fans on our side doing their best to support the Trojans with the stomping of the feet. So we do apologize for the shaking of the camera. Not much we can do about it. 4th and 6. First punt of the night. Not a very good snap. Not much of a rush by the Trojans.
Got to come up and field that.
Hensley's going to let it roll all the way down to the 10, to the 9. Looks like it's going to be just inside the 10 at around that 9-yard line.
Landed about the 25-yard line.
46 yards, Ted. 46 yards.
Yeah, 46-yard punt that went, he kicked it about 25 yards.
Late in the first quarter, Carmel and Penn tied at 7 apiece. Again, the winner here gets the winner there in a couple of weeks in the state championship at Lucas Oil Stadium.
Okay, now the situation with 5-12. I mean, plenty of time to move the ball down the field, do the things that you've been doing. I mean, don't get hesitant here. I mean, keep handing the football to Max Norris, keep the offensive line, keep blocking, and keep moving the football down the field.
From the 9, Max Norris.
There he is.
Gets outside. Could he go?
Sure could.
He hurt his hamstring. He's grabbing at it. He's to the 20 and down to the 15. He is hurt. He hurt that left hamstring. Oh, my. What a blow. He gets it to the 15, but Max Norris is on the ground.
He was gone. I mean, there was nobody going to catch him. And right at the 40-yard line, he pulls up lame, and he's still able to get another 25 yards or 20 yards, but that did not look good.
75-yard run by Max Norris. Again, Ted, it is a cold, cold night. It's hard to stay loose. First play from scrimmage after sitting out for some time. First play, and he goes 75 yards, had a touchdown,
and
then
did.
pulled what appeared from here, a left hamstring.
There was nobody going to catch him. I mean, he was pulling away at the 40-yard line, and then he pulled up. So,
man, what a night Norris had going.
What a night in only a quarter and a half. I mean, I don't know how many yards. I mean, he's got to have 200 yards, and he's only played a quarter and a half.
123 yards rushing
Wow.
for Norris, and it looks like he's going to be lost for the remainder of the game.
This is where the coaches really need to gather their teams. They need to, get them to refocus on what they're doing. Okay, 15 is probably not going to play the rest of the night, so we need to refocus on what we're doing. We can move the football. We know we can run the football against them. We need to continue to do this, and you really need to get them focused as far as mentally what they're doing in this situation. You cannot let this be a negative. You've got to move forward. I mean, you just got to expect that 15 is going to be gone the rest of the night, and you're going to have to replace him with somebody.
Ted, with that run, Norris 198 yards.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I was going to say.
Titus McCoy, little shake and bake inside the 10.
I thought he was surely up close to 200 yards, and he was.
Yeah, 198 yards for Norris as he, again, was helped off the field. Titus McCoy, nice run, 7 yards to the 9. Second down and 3.
A lot of options in second 3. You can run the football, you can throw it.
Trevor Holt now in there. They go back to McCoy. He spins to the 5, staying with it. Gets to the 5-yard line, close to a first down.
First down, it looks like. First and goal.
4 yards for McCoy.
Does a nice job of staying on his feet, does a nice job of spinning. It looks like he's going to get away, and then they're able to get a hold of him.
First and goal. First down, Trojans.
Could be tough sledding right here. First and goal from the 5 without Max Norris. I mean, that's one less thing that Ben Davis has to think about. And offensive line needs to do their job. Block the people in front of you.
At the 5-yard line, Siderwitz will hand it off to Titus McCoy, and they wrap him up in the backfield. Coming in quickly is number 36, William Pate, a linebacker.
Yeah, that's what I was afraid. It just really takes away a lot of their options. When you got 15 in the backfield, the defense is so aware of him that you fake to him or anything you do to him. When you don't have him back there, now all of a sudden you just don't have as many options, and you're probably going to have to fake and throw the football here.
2-yard loss.
To get it in the end zone. Probably going to have to throw it to get it in.
Second and goal from the 7. Siderwitz on the boot. Looking now, he's going to run the football. Touchdown, Siderwitz! 7-yard run by Siderwitz for the score.
And I think that's what Joey has needed to do all year. I mean, he is very quick. He's very fast on his feet. Right away, he sees there's nobody there. Take the football, run it, get it in the end zone. 6 points any way you can get them. 13-point lead, looking to go to 14 here at Ben Davis.
Third rushing touchdown of the season for Siderwitz. The other 2, I believe, were just 1-yard quarterback keepers. That one from 7 yards out. The extra point kick by Snyder is good.
Well, I felt Joey Siderwitz was going to have a big night if Center Grove just, wanted to win this football game. And now that number 15, Max Norris, not in there, it's even going to be more on his shoulders. But right there, he showed you what he's capable of doing. I mean, he's very quick back there. He's fast. He can do things. Make the defense put in their heads that there's a lot of different things that you can do, not only throw the football. And they were not able to cover it up, and he's able to get in the end zone.
For the Trojans on the drive, 5 plays, all on the ground, 91 yards, 75 of it by Max Norris. In 2 minutes, 5 seconds, Siderwitz, the junior quarterback, his third rushing touchdown of the season from 7 yards out, makes it 28-14 Trojans with 3:07 to play in the opening half.
What do you think, Rick? Here's a great opportunity, a little onside. Oh, no, okay. No.
Don't think you want to give Ben Davis.
You don't want to give them the momentum
field.
back? Okay. All right.
Sky kick here to the near side, calling for a fair catch at the 25-yard line. After they had that nice return of 40 yards on the previous kick return, Coach Moore going with the sky kick, the sure thing, at the 25.
What? That was well done. I mean, that wasn't just a little pooch kick. I mean, he kicked that football way up in the air. That was a lob wedge that he kicked that up there in the air with. Very, very nicely done. Center Grove defense needs to stay focused on what they're doing as far as what their game plan is, because this is a Ben Davis offense that can score quickly.
Tate hit at the line of scrimmage. Adam Lutgreen on the tackle for the Trojans. 1 yard for Tate, or Evans, excuse me. Tate unavailable tonight. Kastner fakes it, steps back, lofts it up, throws it away, out of bounds, nobody open. Great coverage on that far side by Josh Hart and Zach Hart.
Well, Kastner getting a little bit frustrated. Center Grove is taking away the throw that he wants to make. The one that Lutgring was able to intercept, they've taken that away a couple times, that little 10-yard hook, and because of it, he's had to throw the football away.
3rd and 9 from the 26. Kastner fires, and it is complete for a first down. What a catch. Great catch here on the sideline by Torrey Story Emerson.
Well, just outstanding hands. Not only a great throw, but watch the hands by 16. I mean, watch how he's able to gather that inbounds, and very well done.
New set of downs. Kastner has a clean pocket. He was hit late. No flag at the moment. Completed pass.
Number 2 is big. How tall is he? 6'5"?
Yeah, Brennan Gillis, 6'6". Great basketball player for Coach Mark James here at Ben Davis.
Mark James is a great basketball coach. So
Evans.
Quick handoff.
Spin move, breaking through tackles. Wow. Another first down.
You got to stay focused on what you're doing here.
Lutgreen had him and just couldn't bring him down.
This is a team that can score quickly, an offense that can score quickly. They're passing or running the football. You can see right here, I mean, he's just a fingertip away from being gone right there.
12 yards for Evans, another first down for Ben Davis. At the 37, Kastner under pressure, now lets it go, and it is incomplete.
Wow.
Incomplete. His man could not come up with it.
He was open.
$1:59 to play here in the second quarter.
Center Grove got very physical with the big receiver right there, number 2. Well, when he tried to come inside, they really put a hit on him. A little surprised that Center Grove didn't get called for that.
Evans tackled at the 34. Well short of the first down.
Yeah, it looks
Cameron
like about
Tidd.
3rd down and about 7.
Tidd with the tackle. 3 yards for Chris Evans.
Still plenty of time. Minute 40 left in the first half.
Down to 90 seconds. Opening half. 3rd and 7. Big play for the Trojan defense. Kastner throwing, and it is complete to Gillis for the first down. Ripped down inside the 20.
Did not get out of bounds, but the clock stops because they got a first down anyway until they move the chains.
16-yard completion to Gillis. What a target, 6'6". 1:25 to play. Plenty of time for this Ben Davis Giant offense. Kastner Quick swing pass completed to Evans. Good blocking in front of Evans. He's out of bounds. Stops the clock with 1:14.
Looks like at about the 8 or 9 yard line.
9 yard line.
He's second down and about 3. So they can still get a first down, still plenty of time. 1:14, really not, clock not really a concern.
Handoff, Evans, wrapped up at the 5 by Sodrell.
Good
and
tackle.
Thrown back for progress at the 5.
First down.
First and goal.
First and goal.
Stops the clock momentarily with 1:07 to move the chains. Actually, they don't move the chain since it's first and goal at the 5, but it does stop the clock momentarily. Now the clock rolls. New set of downs here for the Giants. Evans in the backfield. Handoff, Evans behind his big offensive line. Center Grove piles him up short of the goal line. Maybe a yard. Clock's rolling, 45 seconds, still going.
They still got their timeout, so they can. They want to let it. They're going to let it run down, and then where they can control the clock. They get it around 20 seconds. They can control it.
1 yard, second and goal at the 4. Throwing to the end zone, over the top of Hart, touchdown. Going to the big fella, Brennan Gillis, the basketball player at 6'6" with the touchdown reception.
Yeah, you saw that out there, and you knew it was going to be very difficult. 25 never really turns to the football. You can see right here, and Gillis able to make the catch very easily. But that's a well-thrown football, and that's just a very difficult play to defend if you're out there on that island all by yourself.
Gillis had been fairly quiet up until this drive. Very effective on that drive. The extra point kick is good. 28-21 Trojans by 7. 30 seconds to play here in the opening half.
Well, you want to stay focused. I mean, I keep talking about staying focused, but you've got to, in a big game like this, you cannot make mistakes. I mean, even though there's only 30 seconds on the clock, I mean, if you fumble the football or you do something you shouldn't do with the football, this is a Ben Davis team that can score quickly. So you need to take care of the football here. You need to gather it in, get it to a knee, whatever you're going to do, and I imagine the offense will probably kill it and go in at halftime. You remember that Center Grove received the football to start the football game, so Ben Davis will have the football to start the second half.
So, Ted, you look here in the first half, Center Grove's offense was stopped once, opening drive, turnover on downs, and the Center Grove defense has stopped Ben Davis twice, forcing one punt and got the interception.
Yeah, it'll be a different Center Grove offense now that 15 is not in the football game. So we're going to have to see what type of things they will look to do here in the second half. But still 30 seconds here in the first half. Let's see what Ben Davis decides to do with this kickoff.
New kicker, Flores, goes a little bit deeper with it to the 15-yard line. That's Trevor Holt. Some pretty good blocking. He's to midfield and ripped down at the 44-yard line. What a return by the sophomore, Trevor Holt.
Still 23 seconds left, so they're in outstanding field position at the 45. Got a lot of options here. You know, you can throw the football, move the football down the field, and either try and kick a field goal, or obviously try to get it in the end zone for a touchdown.
41-yard return by the sophomore, Trevor Holt.
You got to be careful, though. You cannot turn the football over.
At the 45-yard line, 23 seconds to work with. From the gun, Siderwitz fakes the handoff. He's rolling, throwing to Zach Smith. Completed at the 40. He gets out of bounds at the 35. Stops the clock with 16 seconds. Gets 9 yards. They'll spot him officially at the 36. Nathaniel Snyder long this year on a field goal, 42 yards. In week 4, he tried a 45-yarder at this end of the field in the first half and was short. So again, his long this year is 42 yards.
And it was a lot warmer when he tried it than it is tonight. I mean, I'd say 35 yards would be about it tonight.
They start the clock, not for sure why. I guess they did on the snap. Now they screen it off to Tynus McCoy to the 20, and he's to the 15. Center Grove will need to call a timeout to stop the clock.
He's definitely in field goal position now.
6 seconds to play. Coach Moore calls a timeout. at the 15-yard line, and we'll see Nathaniel Snyder out there to
you got to
kick a
kick
field
it.
goal.
You can't take the chance with 6.2 seconds. You know, if you're Peyton Manning, you could take the chance on throwing one into the end zone, but in high school, I don't know that you could take that chance.
21 yards on the completed pass to Titus McCoy. Again, 6 seconds to play. And Nathaniel Snyder, 3 of 5 on field goals this year. Ted, the last time he attempted a field goal was in week 4. That 45-yard attempt against Ben Davis. Has not attempted one since week 4.
Well, he's definitely got enough leg. I mean, you just have to make sure that everybody does their job here. I mean, everybody blocks. You get a good snap, a good place, and a good kick, and he should make it.
From the left hash, from 33 yards out, Center Grove in front by 7, looking to go in front by 10. Combs, your long snapper. Siderwitz, the quarterback, the holder. 33-yard attempt. Good snap, good hold. The kick by Snyder, plenty of leg. Is it good?
Yes,
it is. 0.4 seconds to play. Snyder drills a 33-yarder. And Center Grove leads it by 10.
And give that, basically that 3 points to the kickoff return team. They did an outstanding job of fielding the football, getting it in position where their offense could score. Joey did a nice job. He threw a couple of safe passes. He didn't turn the football over. He threw passes that were safe, and they're able to get 3 points. And that could be a very, very big 3 points at the end of the night.
Center Grove in front, 31-21. Couple of plays on the scoring drive by the Trojans. 29 yards, 33-yard field goal by Snyder. But again, let's go back to Trevor Holt with a great return of 41 yards on that kickoff return. He really got him in position to even think about a field goal opportunity.
The one thing I like about Coach Moore and his young players is he teaches his young players to not be afraid. There's a younger kid, picking up the football. He could easily just go down on a knee, but Coach Moore teaches his players to make plays, not be afraid.
Snyder with a squib kick with just less than a second, and that'll be your final play of the first half. And the Center Grove Trojans in the Semi-State Championship game here at Ben Davis lead it by 10, 31-21 over the Giants. We'll take a break, and up next will be our Ray Skillman Automotive Group halftime show. This is Center Grove Trojan football.
For just 2% of a typical school's budget, high school sports give us plenty of energy and excitement. For just 2%, they also give us young people whose leadership and commitment to excellence will pay big dividends in our community for years to come. 2%. That's one investment we can all feel good about. High school sports. Pure spirit, pure sport, pure launching pad for life.
Meet Tommy. Tommy's not sure which sport he will play in high school someday. But no matter what he ends up choosing, playing sports in high school will help pave the way to a happier, healthier life. All Tommy needs to do is make up his mind. High school sports. Pure spirit, pure sport. Pure launching pad for life.
Welcome back to Ben Davis High School, to the Ray Skillman Automotive Group halftime show. Ray Skillman, a proud supporter of Center Grove Trojan football. Ray Skillman, where we stack them deep and sell them cheap. Here in the Semi-State Championship game, the Center Grove Trojans lead the Ben Davis Giants by 10, 31-21. And special guest, John Zwitt, the Center Grove High School Athletic Director, joins us. And John, first of all, welcome to the press box, where it's much warmer up here than it is from your vantage point on the sideline.
Yes, it is, Kevin. I'm going to try to get my lips thawed out here so I can talk somewhat intelligently.
John, impressive opening half. You knew Coach Moore, like always, prepares the Trojans so well. And I know the Center Grove Trojans came here in week 4 and lost 28-0, but boy, the Trojans have put together a great opening half.
Well, I don't think that first game score was indicative of how that game really went. And last week, even though Southport was a big game for us and it was a big win, it wasn't nearly as big as the win that Ben Davis had over Warren Central. And I think sometimes it's really difficult to get a team up for big games 2 weeks in a row like that. But in the postseason, you have no choice. So we were hoping we could take advantage of that, and it looks like we have so far.
And John, you've been a part of the Center Grove Ben Davis Final Four matchups through the years. I know your son played on that 2000 team against Coach Dolahan's Ben Davis squad. I know it was very cold that night back in 2000 here at Ben Davis. What fond memories do you have of that 2000 game?
Well, I was telling Coach Moore earlier in the week that this game is eerily similar to that night because it wasn't 2000, it wasn't the same location, same team. And we've got 3 of the 4 teams in the Final Four. Penn is one of the other teams, and if we should win tonight and Penn should win, it would be another rematch of 2000. So it was really cold that night as well. Probably about 10 degrees colder than this, but it just brings back a lot of memories.
And then, of course, back in 2008, the Trojans at home beat Ben Davis, and then, of course, the week later went on to beat Carmel in the Miracle Championship game. But I know the Trojans in 08 had a big game at home in the Semi-State against Ben Davis. Again, it was a very cold night as well.
It was, and that was a game I think that we took control of early and never relinquished, and that was a game that we kind of cruised right into the state finals. But it's always been a great matchup with Ben Davis, whether it's a regular season or postseason. So this is another one right here.
John, this past week we had the MIC Awards program, but also at Center Grove High School, the fall sports program, and we wanted to bring you up also to talk about what was just another very successful fall sports season for Center Grove. First, let's start with the girls golf team and Jim Williams. They get things started first in the fall, back in the summertime, if you will. But man, what a great finish for Coach Williams and the girls golf team in the state finals.
It really was. When the year started out, we were hoping that they would be able to make some type of splash, but they were a young team. They really didn't know what kind of experience they were going to have, but somehow they won the sectional, and they finished third at the regional, advanced to the state finals. And then you talk about state final weather, it seems like it was about like this. They had rain and cold, and it was just really too bad because we had such a great fall. But yeah, Jim did a nice job with the girls, and they played well at Prairie View, finished 10th in the state, so it was a great year for them.
The Center Grove boys tennis team, what a great season they had. A nice run in the state tournament. Ivan Smith does a great job and bringing along the boys tennis team as the season progresses. And again, what more can you say about what they were able to accomplish this year?
Just like the girls golf team, the boys tennis team, we didn't know how far they'd be able to go. We knew there was some talent there, but there's a lot of holes that Ivan had to fill, and kids had to grow up, and they did. And they made a nice run, made it to the Elite 8 before they lost to the eventual state runner-up.
Girls volleyball team, again, MIC champs, county champs, had a tough draw with the sectional taking on the Roncalli Rebels. I think they were number 2 in the state, Center Grove number 3, but just a fabulous season for the volleyball team. They were ranked, I think, in that top 3 or 4 spots pretty much throughout the entire season.
They dominated this entire year, and it's just really unfortunate that you have number 2 and number 3 playing the first game of the sectional. We got the bye, both teams got the bye, but we played for both of us the first game, and it's just a great team had to leave that night, and unfortunately it was the Trojans. But hats off to our Lady Trojans. They had a fantastic year.
Girls soccer team, another great season, made it all the way down to the Semi-State, lost a tough one to Carmel. A long way to go to Evansville to play Carmel, but it was a tough one. But, man, again, a very successful year for the girls soccer team.
The girls soccer team knew they had a good team this year. We knew we were going to make a good run, and it's just unfortunate that, again, you had 2 great teams playing in Evansville. And Carmel, hats off to them. They were an excellent team, but we played them really tough, lost 2-0, and let's hope that we can take another step next year.
And the boys team this year winning the MIC Championship boys soccer, which was great, beating Carmel at Carmel 1-0, and then going all the way, just one game away, John, from getting to that state championship game. Boy, Coach Shealy had them playing well.
We were right there, and most people around the state thought that at that point Center Grove was the team to beat. And they had another fantastic year. First time in school history that we went 7-0, ran the table in the MIC, and we won the MIC for the second time in the 19-year history of the MIC. But when we got down to Evansville, beat Bloomington South in a tough first-round game, and then the second one against Brebeuf, it's just one of those games that could have gone either way. And we just didn't get a couple of good, tough calls that night, and they did, and that's how it turned out.
And then the girls and boys cross-country teams, sectional champs, regional champs, got to the semi-state. The teams did not advance, but again, I felt like both programs, as the season progressed, just got better and better.
Yes, it did. And Howard Harrell and West Dotson do a nice job with those two programs. And each year they tend to get more numbers and more quality, and we look for bigger and better things from them next year as well.
John, big news.
And could I just say
Sure.
a shout out to Griffin Miller, because he's going on tomorrow, if you can imagine running in this, but he's representing Indiana with all the kids that made All-State, so he'll be running over in Dayton, Ohio tomorrow.
And John, just kind of looking ahead just a little bit, we want to give a shout out and congratulations to Coach Zach Kahn. A dad today gave he and his wife had their first baby.
Yes, they did, and I know he was excited about it. His wife was excited about it. 8.5 pounds, and his wife is just a little thing, and Zach's not very big, so and it was 2 weeks early, so figure that one out.
Yeah, I think he was due. Camden James Hahn was due, I believe, like the first week of the basketball season.
That's correct. We were really holding our breath that maybe right during the Franklin ball game he might have to leave, but now it's done, and baby's healthy, mom's doing well, dad's doing well, so they can hopefully move on, and we can get this season started.
Also, John, a nice honor for Sean Sanders and the girls basketball team will be to play in the Hall of Fame Classic this year at Newcastle at the Field House. I know the boys program did it back a few years ago, and now Coach Sanders and the girls team will be participating. I know the tickets will be on sale coming up shortly in the athletic office and the principal's office.
Yes, they're on sale right now, and we play the day after Christmas. Tough day to play, but we hope that we can get a nice contingent of fans out there because our girls are going to be a team to watch this year. They've already had 2 games, and they've looked spectacular in both those games. So we're hoping for some big things from them this year.
And, John, obviously we're at halftime of this football game. Center Grove in front again, 31-21. But let's look ahead a little bit for those that want to plan ahead. If Center Grove can hang on and advance to the state championship. Again, first of all, the game will be 2 weeks from tonight at 7:05. Lucas Oil. That's on Friday night, the night after Thanksgiving. In the past, a lot of times you had that 6A game on Saturday night. So a little bit of a change there, but maybe talk a little bit about ticket sales and things of that nature again if Center Grove wins tonight.
Yeah, it is a little different because there's only 2 semi-state games going on tonight, and those are the 2 6A games. Everybody else is playing for a regional championship. So we get a week off. Our bye week for 6A is next weekend. So we'll have a little bit of time, but we're going to hope that tickets would go on sale on Wednesday of this upcoming week because then we have a shortened week. We're only in school till Tuesday, but we would still make tickets available when we're out of school, and we'll set those hours and times. The tickets are $15 each day, and we're hoping that we're going to be there and we're going to have all kinds of excitement the next couple of weeks. But you're right. This year, classes 2, 4, and 6 are on Friday, 1, 3, and 5 are on Saturday, and then they'll flip-flop that the following year.
Final question, John. It was unfortunate to see Max Norris go down with what appeared from our vantage point a hamstring, but you know what? When you run that wing T offense, it's not always just about one guy. It's about a lot of different guys. I know Max is a critical part of this team, don't get me wrong, but I'm sure Coach Moore is coming up with a great game plan here for the second half.
Well, if you noticed, after Max went out, they couldn't key on anybody at that point, and we had some real success, and that's when we scored because they had no idea who was going to get the ball. And all of a sudden we had 2 or 3 guys, and with no keys to go to, Ben Davis was a little bit upside down, and that's where we caught him. Hopefully Max will be able to come out second half. I don't know. It looked like it was a pretty deep. He's been battling that hamstring all about the last 2 or 3 weeks. So let's hope that he can work it out and maybe come back for a little bit.
Sounds great. John Zwitt, we appreciate your time here at halftime. All that you do for Center Grove, we appreciate it.
Thank you, Kevin, and for all you do.
Great.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you, John. John Zwitt, everyone, joined us here at halftime. We really appreciate his time. Again, just another fantastic fall sports season here at Center Grove High School. This is the Ray Skillman Automotive Group halftime show, and Center Grove in front, 31-21. Rick Embry now joins me, and Rick, Center Grove Trojans looked really good here in the opening half offensively. A lot of different guys scoring. That's what the wing T offense is all about. You share the wealth, and like John just said, you really can't key on one guy, and that's a good point that he made. Obviously, things may change for Center Grove offensively if you play without Max, but also you got to think about Ben Davis. Their game plan defensively was probably try to take Max Norris away, and now they probably can't key on any one guy.
Yeah, that's a good point, and we were talking, Bo and I were talking about at halftime that, I think we'll still be able to move the ball without Max. I mean, Titus obviously will have a bigger role here in the second half, but Calvin Daggett Only ran it 4 times, but he had a good touchdown run in that first half. You're probably going to see more of Trevor Holt and Jackson Holt as well. But if you think about, Center Grove without Max Doris versus if Ben Davis without Kastner, I mean, that would be a huge, huge blow for them because he's obviously the main part of their offense. But we'll see what adjustments that Center Grove makes. But that makes a good point that about the defense for Ben Davis is now can't key on Max. But, instead of having the big home run hitter, you might have to just rely on the 4 or 5 yards every time and just try to continue to move the ball in the second half.
And for Ben Davis, again, they're going without their top rusher tonight, Dorian Tate. He's out with an ankle injury, and he suffered that last week against Warren Central. So they've had to go with their number 2 guy, Chris Evans. But you know what? Chris Evans is doing a fine job running the football tonight for Ben Davis.
Yeah, and they just have so many weapons out there at wide receiver. Center Grove, for the most part, has done a pretty good job. Had a couple stops against them and got a turnover, which we talked about at the start of the game, how important it was for Center Grove not to turn the ball over. And if they're able to get another couple turnovers here in the second half, that obviously will help tremendously. But the defense has played pretty well. You want to try to get as much pressure on Kastner as possible so that he's not able to sit back in that in the pocket and pick out which receivers he wants to go to. But a great first half for Center Grove. It's going to be important for them to continue to keep the momentum. They're very fired up on the sidelines and try to make it through the second half.
Again, the Trojans up by 10, 31-21, and that field goal late, Rick, that was huge. Center Grove, again, great field position with the kick return by Trevor Holt. Got him an opportunity to at least think about a field goal, and, of course, Titus with that nice catch and run to put him in position for that 33-yard field goal. So that could come and be a big factor come late in this ball game.
That's a great point, Kevin, because even though Center Grove was up by 2 scores, we were all thinking if they drive down the field and score here, cut it to a touchdown, they get the ball at the start of the second half. And deliberately they were trying to run as much time off of that clock as possible before they scored, and they were really able to do that, to score with only 30 seconds to go on the clock. But what a huge kickoff return by Trevor Holt to take it and give Center Grove a little boost. And then Coach Moore, to his credit, got a nice 9-yard out pattern to Zach Smith, and then a little middle screen to Titus McCoy, who took it about 20 yards to get Snyder into field goal range. And a big kick for him, because you had mentioned it. He hadn't kicked a field goal or attempted a field goal since week 4 in the regular season here, and he missed that field goal. So a big momentum shifter for Center Grove to go into halftime, not only up 1 score, but to get that field goal, and they're up by 2 scores now.
Both teams have returned to the field. Rick, it's important on a cold night like tonight. You've got to take the stretching seriously, and Center Grove trying to warm up, trying to stretch out, getting ready for the second half. Again, Norris injured after running 75 yards. He was on his way for a touchdown, and he had to pull up lame because of what appeared to be a left hamstring situation. And again, 98 yards rushing for Norris.
Yeah, he had 17 carries for 198 before that happened, and he pulled that on about Center Grove's own 40-yard line, and he still was able to make it down to the 15, 16-yard line before he went down. But obviously a big blow. But you know what? Coach Moore had the halftime to make adjustments and preparations, and they obviously, we scored 10 more points after he went down. So hopefully other guys will get the chance to step up, and it should be a great second half.
Thank you, Rick Embry. That will conclude our Ray Skillman Automotive Group halftime show. Ray Skillman, where we stack him deep and sell them cheap. 31-21, Center Grove Trojans by 10 here at intermission. Scoring for the Trojans in that first half. First touchdown, Daggett, 18 yards out, running play. Norris had a 3-yard touchdown run in the second quarter. Heinrichs, the freshman tight end, caught a 4-yard touchdown pass, his first career touchdown. Joey Siderwitz ran it from 7 yards out. And then late in the opening half, it was Snyder, 33-yard field goal to give Center Grove a 10-point lead. And Ted Kitchell, always interesting to see what kind of adjustments you make at halftime. But for Center Grove, you lose your man in Max Norris. But you know what? John Zwitt just made a good point. all of a sudden Ben Davis has got to make some adjustments because they were probably keen on Max Norris, and now the Trojans going back to what the wing tee is all about, and that's where you spread the wealth. So you can't really maybe just key on one guy at this moment.
Well, yeah, but if you're Ben Davis, you're damn glad you don't have to key on Max Norris anymore. I mean, because he was just – I mean, they had no answer for him. They could not get him on the ground. They could not get a hand on him. I mean, he was just dominating this football game. So they are glad that he is not in the football game. It'll be much easier for them. Now, I'm not to say it's going to be easy, but Center Grove's going to have to mix their play calling up a lot more here in the second half. I mean, you're not just going to be able to turn around and give it to a certain guy and feel like you're going to get yards. I mean, Titus McCoy has been successful, but not like Max Norris. He was dominating the football game. So it'll be interesting to see what type of things. It would be big for the Center Grove defense to come out and stop Ben Davis right away. They've only been able to stop him once or twice all night. But if you could stop him right out of the gate, that would really really start things off in the right direction here in the second half.
Late in that first half, Ted, the Giants were really starting to find Gillis. Again, he's 6'6", basketball player, great wide receiver, great athlete, and again, he's just a tough matchup when you're 6'6".
Yeah, there is no matchup for him, and so what you're going to have to do is you're going to have to play a safety over the top to him, and then as soon as you start doing that, they're going to look. Kastner's going to look for somebody else in the middle, and they're just very difficult to defend. I thought Center Grove did an outstanding job. Again, I give their defensive coordinators and Eric and the whole coaching staff just a big pat on the back for doing an outstanding job of preparing their kids for certain situations. I mean, that might be the biggest interception. Lutgrid, made an outstanding read. He got in the right position and he was able to pick the ball off, and that really turned things around for Center Grove when he was able to make that interception.
We're ready for the third quarter. Third quarter being presented by RE/MAX. Did you know that no other RE/MAX agent in the world sells more real estate in Center Grove than Mark Linder and Tiffany McClurg with the Linder McClurg team? Year after year, they consistently rank in the top 50 of nearly 5,000 agents in the Metro Indy market. Mark Linder and Tiffany McClurg would like to say thank you for making them the #1 RE/MAX team in Center Grove.
I don't know if Tiff's here, but I see her husband Eric, former great Center Grove Trojan running back and an IU football player. I see him here tonight. So
wasn't he a part of that 2000 state championship
team? He sure was.
Team
Yeah, he sure
with
was.
Johnny Zwitt?
Johnny Zwitt, and Eric was one of the halfbacks, and then the other halfback I think sprained his ankle or something in practice, and it really hurt him. And they went on and played Penn, played a very competitive game, and Penn was able to pull it out late.
Halftime up at Penn. The Kingsmen of Penn High School, they have Carmel tied at 7 apiece. Again, the winner here gets the winner there in a couple of weeks at Lucas Oil Stadium. We're ready for the second half. Center Grove will kick off to begin the second half. Snyder has done some deep kicks.
Looks like he's lining up the high pooch to the left side once again.
To the Center Grove sideline. It is high, and it is going to be caught out of bounds at the 24-yard line. Flag out, yes.
Yeah, it's got to be a flag. I mean, he was out of bounds before he caught it.
Penalty flag down.
Not a big deal. I mean, I think they get it, the 35?
I believe so, unless I always thought they could have the option for a re-kick. We'll see.
And nobody ever re-kicks it. They always take the ball, and here comes the offense on the field. So they're going to. So it's just really not a big deal.
Center Grove defense got a couple of stops in the first half. Forced Ben Davis to punt once. Lutgreen picked off Kastner, which set up a 7-yard touchdown run by Joey Siderwitz.
This defense could really give their offense a big push right here if they could pick one off, if they could come up with a fumble, if they could stop Ben Davis somehow.
Kastner throwing, and I think he's out of bounds.
Yeah, he definitely
caught
is
it,
out of bounds.
but did not get 1 foot in bounds. Incomplete pass.
Well, that's a long throw across the field. First pass out of a long halftime. So Kastner obviously able to throw the football. They have a lot of confidence in his arm.
Second down and 10. Evans getting loose, found some space here on the near side, gets 11 yards. First down, brought down by Cole Fresher and Keith Sears. Ted, that's what makes this offense effective. They spread you out defensively, and then they hand it off to Evans, a great athlete.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, and spread you out is what they do. I mean, you look across the field, and they are spread from one, and you got to cover it all, and it is just really difficult. It makes it really difficult on your linebackers. Your linebackers have got to read correctly and make good tackles when they get an opportunity to tackle the people.
Senior linebacker Adam Lettgreen rips down Evans after a pickup of 3 yards. 2nd and 7 at the 49-yard line. Kastner, quick slant pass. He connects to the receiver for a first down. That's a quick hitter to Rashawn Bond.
Yeah, that is so difficult to defend. I mean, and this is where guys like Wes Welker, Edelman, people like that make a living as a slot receiver right there. And, you don't have to be a very big guy, and you can make things very difficult on the defense.
13 yards, new set of downs, taking a shot, has a man in the seam, completed pass.
They can score quickly.
To number 15, new man, True Smith, another senior, 31 yards.
Got to get down, get ready, or they're going to run it, and they're going to, if you're not ready here, they're going to snap it and run it right up on you again.
At the 9-yard line, 1st and goal at the 9, looking to the end zone, going to that tip, yep, touchdown, kind of that jump ball.
I didn't know if he got his foot down, but the referee and he both agreed, and that's the second time we've seen that option tonight, and not able to take a look at it right here. Yeah, it looks like he gets a foot down, left foot able to come down in bounds right there, but there's just no defending that unless you have more guys over there than Center Grove has.
Gillis, 9-yard touchdown reception, his second of the night, and Ted, that's how they scored late in the first half, and that's how they score here early in the second half, going to Gillis.
Didn't take long. 11:04 still left in the third quarter.
The kick is good. 3-point lead for the Trojans. At the moment, that field goal late by Center Grove looking really huge right now.
Well, it's looking big, and then this Center Grove offense is going to have to come out, and they are going to have to show this Ben Davis team that we can still deal with you, even though 15 is no longer in the football game. So, the offensive line is going to have to do the job. They're going to have to create some holes, and then I think Joey Siderwitz continues. He needs to have a really big second half here for Center Grove.
For the Giants, 6 plays, very efficient. 4 passing plays, couple of running plays. Moved at 65 yards in 56 seconds. Kastner to Gillis on a 9-yard touchdown pass.
56 seconds, folks. 56 seconds. They went down the field.
11:04 to play, third quarter. Chris Flores will tee it up on the right hash. Ted Kitchell had shoes back in the day like him. Right, Ted?
Yeah.
Chuck Taylor's, right?
Yeah.
Fair caught at the 35 by the Trojans. Well done by Combs.
It was well done by everybody right there. I mean, they're going to get Ben Davis has got him right where they want him at the 34-yard line, and now Center Grove you got to come out and you got to get it done. You did in the first half. You had a great game plan. It was able to work. You got to block them. You got to move the chains.
Hand off to the sophomore. Tynus McCoy, nothing there. A lot of purple. That's what was there.
Well, I mean, that's what you're going to get. And so watch for Eric Moore to, you're going to have to throw a pass now and then. You're going to have to, Joey's going to have to run the football at times, read option. You're going to have to do some different things. I mean, things that maybe you didn't work on all week in practice. Now you're going to have to pull them out of the hat, and you're going to have to do them well.
Ball at the 35, no gain, 2nd and 10. Siderwitz looking to pass, down and out. Hensley wide open, and he's going to get the first down. Well done by Hensley. He ran a great route.
He sure did, and he runs great routes. That's why he's able to get open. I mean, he's an excellent athlete. He's got very good speed, but he runs his routes. You can see he's a down and out. He runs to the chain. He knows exactly where the first down is. He's able to pick up the first down, and it's a big first down for Center Grove.
Picks up 10 yards at the 45. 10-15 to play, third quarter. Center Grove in front by 3. Center Grove's first offensive drive of the second half. Trevor Holt, great run by the sophomore. Close to another first down. He's going to be a yard short. Great blocking up front.
It sure was. All led by the offensive line. You see 66 coming around. Does a nice job picking up right there. Able to pick up 9 yards. Nice job by Trevor to stay in there behind his lineman, follow his lineman, give him a very, should be able to pick this up second and 1, but it gives you a lot of options second 1. You can fake it in there. You can throw the football. Joey could run read option. I mean, you got a lot of options at second and 1.
Number 66 on that lead block was Nick Davis.
Offsides.
Nick Davis, sophomore, at that lead block, and now we have movement. Did Siderwitz go with a hard count?
That's offsides. They had 2 or 3 guys offsides.
Here's the call.
They were coming with a blitz
against Ben Davis. Ben Davis did it to Center Grove in the first half, and Center Grove returns the favor.
You see Ben Davis looking to change some things up, trying to get a little bit more aggressive with their defensive attack here, and they're looking at a first down and 10.
Best way to slow down an aggressive defensive line, mix up the signal count. Sticking with Holt on the ground, the sophomore, finding some yards here on the near side. Again, let's give some more credit to the offensive line. They continue to open holes for the backs. Center Grove going with a couple of sophomores, Titus McCoy and Trevor Holt, and the lone senior, Calvin Daggett.
Good pickup of 4 right there by Mr. Holt. Again, very patient runner. Didn't try to get out in front of anybody.
On that left side, Clay Hadley, John Richardson, opening holes for the Trojans. At the 37, 2nd and 7, going to that left side again, Titus McCoy. Couple of yards, some tough yards.
You can see anything straight ahead. Ben Davis does a pretty good job of eating that up, and they were able to get a couple of tough yards there for Titus, but it does make it 3rd down.
On the right side, Nick Davis and Jacob Shiley.
Don't know if this is 4-down territory or not, depending on what they do here in 3rd down. I mean, if it's 4th down and 5, probably going to kick it away, but 4th down and 1, I would imagine they would go for it. So big down right here.
3rd and 5, Siderwitz, handoff, Trevor Holt cuts it up, gets what he can, and he is close to a first down, going to be a yard short. Yard short at the 32-yard line. Gets 4, needed 5.
And 4th and 1 is definitely 4-down territory right here. So this is a down that you can do a lot. I mean, obviously you're looking to pick up the first down, but you could always fake it into the line and throw it down the field too if needed. But nobody outside, so we're running.
Handoff, Titus McCoy.
First
down, Trojans. That's all heart right there, ladies and gentlemen. That offensive line moved the pile.
Yeah, it sure was. The offensive line did the job. Kind of got it in the V formation and just pushed it downhill, and all he had to do was follow in there for about 4 yards.
3-yard pickup for Titus McCoy at the 29-yard line. We're at the 8:54 mark in the 3rd quarter. Center Grove by 3, 31-28, playing without Max Norris, out with an injury. Suffered in the 2nd quarter. Couple of sophomores in the backfield. Actually, that's Daggett, senior, taking the handoff, his first carry of the 2nd half. Wrapped up at the 27-yard line. Couple of yards for Daggett. Second down and 8. 8 minutes to play, 3rd quarter. Methodical drive by the Trojans. Siderwitz, handoff, Daggett fights and then leans and dives to the 20. They'll mark him at the 21-yard line.
Looks like it's about 3rd down and 2. The offensive line continues to do an outstanding job. Nice push by the offensive line, giving Calvin Daggett an opportunity to pick up a couple yards here. At some point in time, you're going to look for Ben Davis to, just stick everybody in there and try to stop this. And it's 3rd down and 2. This would be a good time. So look for maybe Center Grove to run something outside.
6 yards on that carry for Daggett, needing a couple for the first down. Titus McCoy, I think he squeezed in there maybe just enough for the first down.
Yeah, sure did.
First down Trojans, they continue the drive.
Exactly what they're looking for, and that they're looking to move the football, move it down the field, move the chains, let the clock continue to run. I think Joey's doing a nice job of letting the clock run down about as far, it's running down under like 4 or 5 seconds before they snap the ball. I mean, that can make a big difference in an entire half. I mean, you might take a couple minutes off the clock.
From the 18-yard line, Siderwood's going to take a shot to the end zone. Hensley! Incomplete. Hit the turf. Referee right on the spot. Incomplete.
Well, Devin's not complaining. Knowing Devin, he if he thought he caught it, he'd have been complaining. So you take a look at it right there. Again, it's hard to tell right there. But the official was right on top of it, and he said that it hit the ground.
Jalen Harden, senior defensive back, on the coverage. He had man-on-man coverage.
That's the type of things Eric likes to do. He likes to take a shot on first down, given the opportunity. And they had the opportunity. I mean, it was open, and so now you're going to have to pick up some yards here on 2nd down, or you're going to be throwing it again on 3rd.
On 2nd and 10, Trevor Holt, the sophomore, behind his lead blocker to the 5, end zone, touchdown! Trevor Holt.
Wide open touchdown. Great blocking by your offensive line. Take a look. Trevor Holt does a nice job. 66 out in front, clears the way. Nobody even puts a hand on him. Trevor Holt, big touchdown for Center Grove.
19 yards on the carry for Trevor Holt.
Well, you wonder in situations like that, and that's the thing I said earlier, Coach Moore does such a good job of encouraging his young kids to not be, the stage not be too big for them. They're ready to get on that stage and ready to perform when they do get out there.
Center Grove hits the PAT, back to a 10-point lead, 38-28, 6:45 to play in the 3rd. Ted, Trojans punch, Ben Davis punch. It's just back and forth, 2 heavyweights. Center Grove again in the first half had a couple of stops. Defensively, only 1 stop by Ben Davis.
Well, Ben Davis has not been able to stop Center Grove all night, with or without 15 in the lineup. So the other good thing right there is Center Grove able to take about 6 minutes off that clock. I mean, the clock becomes probably 5 minutes, but the clock becomes who you're really working against. But if your defense could come out here and somehow get a pick, get a fumble, get a stop somehow against Ben Davis, it would be huge, because Ben Davis has had no answer for your offense here tonight.
For the Trojans, 12 plays. They ran it 10 times, threw it a couple of times, 66 yards on the drive, 4 minutes, 19 seconds. Trevor Holt, sophomore, 19-yard touchdown run. Always be ready. You never know when you're going to be the next man up. Trevor Holt stepping up big time for the Trojans. And
out of bounds
this
again.
Sky kick goes out of bounds. Again, great hang time, but put it out of bounds. Flag comes out. Last time they took it at the 35, and I would assume that'll be the same situation here.
I don't think Eric minds that at all. I mean, he's talking to his kicker, but
again, there was a great return back in the first half by Ben Davis of about 40 yards, which gave them great field position at the 40. And since then, Coach Moore has been content just having Snyder do the sky kick. 6:45 to go.
Here we go.
Third
We
quarter.
need to stop.
Trojans by 10. Inside handoff, Chris Evans. Center Grove trying to get out there, and they rip him down at the 35. Ball comes out. They're going to say he was down. Javon Swan was on his way for a touchdown, but they're going to say Evans was down.
Looked like no pickup. 2nd down and 10.
Center Grove defense. A lot of momentum for the men in white. 6:13 to play here in the third. Kastner firing and incomplete. Overthrew his receiver. I'm not for sure who the receiver was, but
I think
it was
16, I think. And he stops. I mean, we're going to take a look at it here. You can see 16 stops. He's expecting him to continue on with the route, and he did not, or 15 maybe.
3rd and 10. Big play. Quick pass, incomplete. Almost picked off. Dropped by Cole Fresher. Almost picked it off. It'll be 4th and 10. The Trojans get their 3rd stop of the night.
Yeah, it's a 4th down. I mean, they got a punt. So, I mean, that's huge for Center Grove to get a stop. Now, you got to make sure they punt the football. I mean, they got enough athletes that they could take this and, fake punt it. You got to make sure the guy puts it on his foot.
Hensley will drop back at the 30 to return it.
Devin needs to come up a little bit. There's no way that guy's going to kick it that far.
6:04 to play in the third. Trojans by 10. So snap, not much of a rush. High, but very, very short.
Get up there and field that.
He'll let it bounce, and it will take a Ben Davis roll.
Not much that time, about 8 yards.
To the 33-yard line, only a 32-yard punt for the Giants. Center Grove with the momentum, leading by 10, 5:54 to play in the third. 38-28 is our score.
Yeah, this is where this could be huge right here. I mean, obviously that score for Center Grove was big, answering the bell after Ben Davis. But if you could move the football down the field right here, take another 4 or 5 minutes off the clock, and put 7 points up, that would be a huge blow.
Coach Moore, 2-1 against Ben Davis in the Final Four, beating the Giants in 2000 and 2008, trying to make it 2014. Great job by the Giants, not allowing Daggett to get outside. They really closed quickly.
Yeah, I mean, it's not going to be easy. I mean, you can see 47 comes up there, lays a hit on one of the blockers out front. 66 has lost his helmet, so he's going to have to sit out for a play.
Nick Davis, sophomore.
And he's been an outstanding blocker. He's been doing a lot of the pulling and getting out front.
Loss of 2 yards on the play. 2nd and 12. 5.5 minutes to play in the third. Siderwitz, play action, sets the feet, down and out, completed pass to Hensley. His defender fell down. He faked him out so badly, he lost his balance, fell down, and Hensley gets the first down, 15 yards to the senior.
Well, the reason that's all set up is by the pass they threw early in the game. I mean, when they threw that, number 4 got beat. So now he's afraid of getting beat. So Devin can drive him down the field, and then as soon as he gets him to turn, Devin, goes to the outside. He's able to make an easy catch and an easy first down for Center Grove. Good throw by Joey.
At the Trojan 47, whistles on the field. Stops the clock with 5:16 to play in the third. Hensley again last week had a touchdown reception against Southport, set the Center Grove school record for the most touchdowns in a career. Very unfortunate that Hensley could not be named all-conference this year. What a great career he's had, especially last year and this year. Just spectacular what we've seen out of number 5.
It's a great family he comes from. He's been from the time he was just a little kid. I mean, he loved to play sports. He was always bouncing around with a baseball, basketball. Obviously, he's been a great receiver for Center Grove. And Center Grove when you say a great receiver at Center Grove, I mean, obviously a team that doesn't throw the football a lot. So I think it says what he's been able to accomplish.
Trevor Holtz. They get him around the shoe tops, but he's still got some pretty good yards on first down. They trip him up at midfield. They'll mark him at the 49, just shy of the 50. Knee down at the 49.
Center Grove still doing an outstanding job. Their offensive line continues to really push Ben Davis back, and Ben Davis has not pushed back the other way so far. Center Grove continues to move the football quite easily down the field and move the chains. Exactly what they want to do.
2 yards for Trevor Holtz. 2nd down and 8. The counter crisscross. First time tonight. Daggett to the 40. Foot race.
Cut back.
20,
Gone.
10, touchdown, Daggett. 51-yard run by Calvin Daggett.
The double handoff, not usually that effective against the better athletic teams, but right there, they get caught chasing the football, and he is gone, and nobody touched him. Well done by the Center Grove Trojans.
Center Grove in front, 44-28. Daggett, wow. Low snap, good job by Siderwitz. He got it down, and Snyder puts it through. 45-28, Center Grove.
Well, Eric has done an outstanding job of getting his team mentally prepared in the locker room, getting them to forget about what they weren't going to have in the second half, and getting them to think about what type of things they needed to get accomplished. Every time they've had the football, they've been able to move it down the football field. It doesn't look any different than when 15 was in the football game. They are dominating the football game on the offensive side.
Ted, body language speaks volumes. Take a look at that far sideline. Not much communicating going on with the Ben Davis coaches and players.
Yeah, a lot of shoulders hanging over there, and
they're feeling the cold right now.
They're definitely feeling the cold. They know that they can get back in it quickly. They have a lot of confidence in their quarterback, but so far they have not been able to stop Center Grove. So it really doesn't matter how many points you score. If you're not able to stop Center Grove, you're just not going to be able to get it done here tonight.
Trojans, 4 plays. Ran it 3 times. 1 passing play, moved it 67 yards in a minute 11. Daggett on the counter crisscross, 51-yard touchdown run. Center Grove in front, 45-28, 4:43 to play here in the third. Week 4, Center Grove did not score. Got beat 28-0. Pop-up kick taken by number 4. That's Harden, the defensive back, and they finally wrestle him down at the 31. Great job by the Trojans, special teams.
Well, interesting there on the kickoff. I think Coach Moore, the last time he came off the field, he says rather than kicking it from the X right there in the middle of the field, if you're going to continue to pooch kick it, he said move it over there to the right hash mark. He said that'll give you enough room, and it did. It gave him enough room to keep it inbounds. Rather than getting it at the 35, that saved him 4 yards. They can only get it to the 31 this time.
Jackson Holt with the tackle. 4:34 to play, third quarter. Kastner firing and completing, and out of bounds at the 45-yard line. Completes the pass to Story Emerson.
Tell you what, it is a thing of beauty to watch them run their passing game, though. I mean he throws that football before the guy ever makes a cut out. They obviously know what each other's doing. I mean, and it's a team that can score points quickly.
Quick hitter across the middle. Did he scoop it? They're going to say he caught it. They're going to say he got his hands underneath. Completed pass to Bond. Let's take a look at it, Ted.
Yeah, you take a look at it up here. It's going to be hard to see right there. Yeah, we're only going to see the end of it, so not able to tell.
6 yards on the pass play. 2nd and 4. Kastner across the middle to this big basketball player Gillis, and he dropped it. Going to the turf. He did not control it all the way through. He dropped it. 32 for the Center Grove Trojans.
Well,
that is Connor Steve ripped it out. Connor Steve ripped it out. They're going to say he did not control it all the way to the turf.
Yeah, I think that's a pretty iffy call right there. It looked like he made a pretty good catch on that football.
3rd and 4, handoff, Evans. He's got the first down, taken down at the 41-yard line. Lutgreen on the stop, also Sears in there as well.
Boy, they just hit you so quickly. I mean, it's just they're running the football. They're throwing one 30 yards down the field. They're throwing to the little slot guy. I mean, they're just so many different things. It's hard defensively to get prepared for them.
8 yards for Evans. New set of downs at the Trojan 41. 3:40 to play in the third, trying that quick slant. Incomplete, led his man too much, Rashawn Bond.
Well, they get you to looking at that little slant, and then as soon as one of your outside guys peeks in there, then one of the outside guys runs by you. So, that's kind of a little setup thing, trying to get ready to throw the ball along the outside if possible.
Stops the clock with 3:41 to play in the third. Kastner stands tall in the pocket, clean pocket, completes it. Good hit by the Trojans.
Only a gain of about 4, though.
Pence with the tackle, 4 yards.
Obviously 4 down territory, 3rd down at about 6.
Story Emerson with the reception. 3rd and 5 the call at the 36. 3:15 in the third quarter. Quick pass, incomplete. Pence knocked it down. The junior right cornerback knocked it down. Intended receiver.
Does a nice job. Again, they know what play they like to run. Watch him jump the route. He jumps inside, make ball thrown just a little bit behind and not able to get his hands on it. Center Grove, very, very good defense.
They're going for it. 4th and 5. Stay disciplined, D-line. Do not jump offside. That was Gillis they were looking for last time. They need 5 for the first down. Stay disciplined. And in motion, that's Evans. Looking right, throwing right. It is complete. And first down to number 16, Story Emerson. Great composure by the senior quarterback, Kastner.
Well, number 2, is probably his best receiver, easiest receiver to hit. But number 16, as far as a guy that knows where the chains are and is going to get you the yardage needed, 16 does an outstanding job for Ben Davis.
Emerson, 9 yards on the catch. First down. They keep the drive alive, taking a shot to the goal line.
Knocked away.
Incomplete, knocked away. Number 20, was that 23? Josh Hart on the coverage?
I think it was, yeah.
Josh Hart, senior defensive back, knocked it away. Ben Davis took a shot to the end zone at the 27-yard line. 2nd and 10.
Here's where they like to run it after they've taken a long shot.
There that is, Ted, running the football. Center Grove also knew they were going to run it. Lutgring with the smackdown on Evans.
Well, Lutgring has done his homework this week. I mean, when you play really good, it probably has a lot to do with preparation, being prepared for what they like to do in certain situations. And that's the second time we've seen him very well prepared.
1 yard, 3rd and 9. 2.5 minutes to play, third quarter. Center Grove leads it 45-28. Kastner looked left, now comes back to the right. Completes the pass, well short of the first down. Stays in bounds, completed pass to Evans. And he gets up a little gingerly like. He appears to be okay, going to stay in the game.
4th down at about 4.
4th down.
Second 4th down this drive.
4th and 4. Again, stay disciplined. Don't want to give them the easy 5 yards with an offside penalty. Quick pass, it's complete, and it's going to be a touchdown. Touchdown to Story Emerson.
I'm telling you
21
what,
yards.
That kid has outstanding hands. I mean, watch the catch he makes right here. I mean, it's a really tough throw into a tight window. He's not only able to catch it, he brings it in, able to take it in the end zone. I mean, he made about 3 catches on that drive that was able to keep, and both times on 4th down, they threw it to him, and he was able to get open.
So 2 4th down conversions by Ben Davis on that drive.
But not to be concerned. I mean, still, you're down to 1:51 in the third quarter, and you're still looking at a 10-point lead.
High snap. Good job by the holder. He got it down. The kick is good. 45-35. Center Grove by 10.
Well, you got a 10-point lead, and they have not been able to stop you all night. Your offense has dominated their defense, continued to dominate their defense. Their defense is going to have to take some chances, meaning that once they blitz and do some things, I mean, if you can get outside the blitz or get behind the blitz, there's going to be a lot of open room behind it. So when teams start taking chances, it creates some big opportunities.
Ben Davis, 12 plays, ran it a couple of times. 10 passing plays, 68 yards, 2 minutes, 43 seconds is what it took on that drive, and Kastner throws a 21-yard touchdown pass. Story Emerson with the catch. 1:51 to play, third quarter. Trojans by 10.
Oh,
and they'll try an onside kick, and it is recovered by the Trojans.
Number 4.
Bailey Bennett. He's a sophomore linebacker. Good hands, Bailey Bennett. Ted?
Well, nice that they were, aware and they were ready to go.
A lot of sophomores making plays tonight for the
Well,
Trojans.
that's what I talked about. I mean, those are things that don't surprise me. I see kids that are freshmen and sophomores that play very well in this system because, Coach Moore encourages them to not let the stage be too big. Some people get on the stage and they're just not ready for it. These kids are.
From the Trojan 44, trying to get outside. Daggett finds a seam, rips through a tackle, down the sideline, out of bounds at the 32-yard line. What a run by the senior Calvin Daggett.
Yeah, it looked like they might have got away with a hold.
Spotted at the 32.
But an outstanding run by Daggett. I mean, an outstanding individual effort. Last time he had the ball, he took it all the way to the end zone. So
Holt, 36 yards rushing here in the third quarter. That would be Trevor Holt, sophomore. Calvin Daggett, 76 yards. And Ted, we've been caught up in the excitement, but we have not called Titus McCoy's name much lately here in the third quarter. It's been a lot of Daggett and Trevor Holt. And there's Titus McCoy, and he spins to the 30-yard line. So again, McCoy, not too many carries here in the third, really spreading the wealth here in the third quarter with some other guys getting involved.
If you're Joey, you really want to take your time and you want to look at that clock every time. You want to look at the play clock over there to your right behind the end zone, or you want to run that down to at least 3 or 4 each and every time. In a quarter, it can make a huge difference. You don't want to run plays with 10, 15 seconds still left on the clock.
A minute to play in the third. On second down and 8, Trevor Holt, they were ready for it. They get him in the backfield. No chance at all. Dropped by number 36. That's William Pate. He's a sophomore linebacker.
Yeah, he almost took the handoff right there. I mean, they're lucky that they even were able to complete this handoff. I mean, he just beats 66, not able to get over there in time. And so we got more of the NASCAR package in there. We got a couple receivers.
Loss of 5 yards. 3rd and 13. Ball at the 35.
Still a situation that you like to run them deep and maybe throw it to Titus. But, down to 2 seconds. 1. Got it off.
Joey sets the feed, firing, looking for Hensley. Did he pick it off at the 5?
He did.
Picked off at the 5. It just did not come out of Joey's hand cleanly. It fluttered out of his hand through the air. Hensley trying to come back, tried to make a play on it. It's picked off by the Ben Davis Giants. I believe that's number 4, Jalen Harden with the pick.
Yeah, and I think exactly what you said. It did flutter a little bit out of his hand. He just didn't seem to get a hold of it. It all had to do with the clock getting down to 2 seconds. It just hurried them. It hurried the whole offense. It took them out of their rhythm. And now your defense needs to come up with a big play, or all of a sudden, I mean, they've got a long way to go, but we've seen that they can go a long way in a short period of time. 12.9 seconds left in this quarter.
We're in the third. Center Grove by 10. Ball at the Ben Davis 5. Kastner at his own goal line from shotgun formation. He fires, and it's incomplete. His man did not get out of the break soon enough. That is Story Emerson. Also, Kastner had to get rid of it. Again, if he gets sacked, it's a safety. The Trojan defensive line, Ted, really have not gotten to Kastner. He does not hang on to the football very long.
Yeah, he has a little bit of the Peyton Manning thing. I mean, he's going to throw it away rather than get sacked.
9 seconds to play, third quarter. Not a very good snap to Kastner. He throws it quickly out of bounds. Again, just not a real sharp, crisp snap from his center that time. Got to him a little late. So 3rd and 10.
We'll find number 2. They like to throw to 16 or 2 in this situation.
Also, they may hand off to Evans. The running back, spread him out and let him run it. The ball at the 5. 5.8 seconds to play, third quarter. Kastner looking, firing, and completing. And an open field tackle by Pence.
He's short.
That's a great tackle. And that's your final play of the third quarter. He's going to be short of the first down. It's going to be fourth and 1 or 2 yards, and we'll have that when we come back. Center Grove leads at 45-35 here in the Sima State Championship. This is Center Grove Trojan football.
For just 2% of a typical school's budget, high school sports give us plenty of energy and excitement. For just 2%, they also give us young people whose leadership and commitment to excellence will pay big dividends in our community for years to come. 2%, that's one investment we can all feel good about. High school sports, pure spirit, pure sport, pure launching pad for life.
Welcome back to Ben Davis High School. Sima State Championship at stake. Center Grove leads 45-35 over the Ben Davis Giants. What a outstanding third quarter. Center Grove playing the second half.
What are you doing on 4th and 2, Kevin? From your own
Got it, punt it, Ted.
13-yard line. What does our friend Rick Embry do?
It looks like they may line up to go for it. Let's see. Kastner, the quarterback, is also capable of punting. At the moment, they're going to line up. Be disciplined, D-line. Do not want to jump
Timeout,
outside.
Center Grove. They want to think about this one.
Center Grove was lined up maybe for a punt return, but timeout called by Coach Moore.
Our friend Rick Emery, he did win a Super Bowl this year, didn't he? I mean, the All-Pro game.
Runner-up in the Pro Bowl.
But
yes, he won the
league
championship.
Bootleg, little bootleg when it mattered, and he called for it right away. He says, "I go for it in this situation if I'm Ben Davis," and I have to agree. I just can't imagine with this offense that they're going to give it up, try to give it up to Center Grove. It's kind of an all or nothing play for them, but I think they're kind of feeling in that situation right now, down 10 on their own home field with only 1 quarter to play.
Quarter number 4 being presented by Aldi. Only Aldi has the great food and low prices to make the big game even better. Aldi, simply smarter shopping. 4th and 2 is the call. Ball at the Ben Davis 13-yard line. Ben Davis, after the end of that quarter, they went in with their offensive unit. Again, Kastner, the quarterback, can punt the football.
First thing, do not jump off sides.
From the gun. We got a flag. What do we have? Flags everywhere. Something bizarre happened on that line of scrimmage. Let the referee sort it out. It is against Ben Davis. 5-yard penalty, and now the punter will have to punt from his own end zone.
I mean, we saw it on the replay. I mean, the center took it and act like he was going to hike it and then tried to bring it back. I mean, he fake hikes it. Take a look at it here. Watch it. You can see it goes all the way back. I mean, I don't know why he thinks he's going to get by with something like that. I mean, that's something you do in the backyard when you're 4 or 5 years old going, oh, I didn't hike it. Oh, my goodness. Ben Davis does not have a good punting team either. Come on, Devin, get up here and catch this football. You're going to get it inside the 30-yard line. Oh, get up there.
Devin picks it up.
It's all right. Get on the ground. 35.
To the 35. He lets it roll. It goes to the 50, so probably saved himself 15 yards.
All right, so Center Grove turned the football over. Defense came up with big plays right there. A couple incomplete passes, made them punt, get the ball back in great field position right here. If nothing else, even if you don't put points on the board, you want to move the chains a couple times, get a couple first downs, take 3 or 4 minutes off the clock.
34-yard punt.
Got to take time off the clock every time.
11:51 to play in the ball game.
Can't snap it with 20 seconds on the clock. You've got to let it.
Holt gets the edge, cuts it back in, takes a big hit at the end of the play, out of bounds. Man, he is running about as well as he's run all season long. 9 yards for Trevor Holt.
Well, he did a nice job of trying to stay in bounds, too. He tried to cut it back in, and
Ben Davis forced him out, though. Stops the clock with 11:44 to play. Whistles on the field. We have a injured player down on the sideline. Somebody here on the Center Grove sideline. It appears to be a Ben Davis player because the Ben Davis training staff running across the field.
It is.
To take a look at this injured player for Ben Davis. Trojans by 10. It'll be 2nd and 1 at the Giants' 27-yard line. Ted, end of the third quarter, Penn and Carmel tied at 7 apiece.
Wow.
Both teams undefeated.
Penn must have a good defense because Carmel usually able to score points. Especially, I was asking Rick. I don't know if their number one quarterback was back, but if he is back, I think they're the most dominant team in the state because he can really put a lot of points on the board. But if he is not, they struggle scoring points.
Chaz Stringer, defensive back, the injured player for Ben Davis, making that slow walk across the field. Ted, that looks like the way I walk early in the morning, getting out of bed. That slow walk.
Carmel up now.
Isaac James, 69-yard touchdown run by Carmel. Greyhounds in front, 14-7 over Penn. Trojans, 2nd and 1, following Holt's 9-yard.
This is the type of situation
run.
that Eric likes to take shots, but it looks like they're going to try
Titus
to pick up the
McCoy
first down.
Gets it across the 25 for the first down. Move the chains. Move the chains. Keep the clock running.
Keep the clock running and use every bit of the clock each and every time. I mean, as a coach, you got to tell Joey, you've got to run that clock down to 2 seconds each time.
Ted, it is hard to believe Center Grove with 45 points on the scoreboard, shut out in week 4 here.
But, we saw this Center Grove team move the football up and down the field and just kind of give it away by throwing turnovers.
Handoff. McCoy takes a hit, spins, continues to spin, not wanting to go down. 3 yards for McCoy, a tough 3 yards, but it just shows how much this Center Grove team has improved. And a lot of it has to do with the men up front, the offensive line.
Yeah, I think a lot of that has to do, and I think Joey's a better quarterback. He has gives his team better direction than he did early in the year. That was only his 3rd or 4th start of the year when they played Ben Davis. Now he's got more games under his belt, feeling a little bit better about himself, and just gives the team a lot more confidence when your leader is able to do the things that he's been able to do tonight.
2nd and 7, counter crisscross. Daggett staying on his feet to the 10, taken down just short of the 5. 1st and goal, Trojans. 16 yards for the senior Calvin Daggett.
Well, I think body language does say a lot. You look across at that Ben Davis team, and you look at the defense standing at the 5-yard line right now. They just do not have a lot of confidence that they can get this done. They have not been able to stop this Center Grove offense all night, and they're about ready to put 50 on the board right here.
Nice article today in the Daily Journal by Mike Bees talking about that Center Grove offense. Since this Ben Davis came back in week 4, I think the Trojans are averaging 40-plus points a game. Handoff, they get him this time in the backfield. That is Trevor Holt being dropped. Great job by William Pate. He has done that 3 times tonight where he just comes in on a blitz. Unblocked, a loss of 5 yards.
I still got to give 15 a lot of the this team came out and 15 led the way tonight, Max Norris. And even though we still have 9 minutes to play here in the 4th quarter, the way that he played and the attitude that he took
set the tone.
It really did set the tone, and the way the rest of the team played. I have to give him great leadership marks.
2nd and 11. Siderwitz play action going to the end zone for Hensley. He came back for it. Did he hang on? Touchdown? No. What do we have? Oh, interception. They're going to say picked off by Harden in the end zone. Oh, my. Harden with his 2nd pick of the night. The touchback. They were fighting for it. Usually if there's a tie, obviously the receiver, the offensive player, wins it.
Yeah, it's really hard to tell. I mean, a little bit of the Green Bay and Seattle, maybe not quite as bad as that. I mean, he does turn and he gets turned around, but it's hard to tell. We can't really see close enough to see, but the officials obviously thought he picked it off and they gave it to him.
Ted, there's a little closer look there, Ted. Not going to quite see it. So it's at the 20 for Ben Davis with 9:20 to play. The defense has to stand up again. They forced a punt.
Get focused on what you're doing. You remember to start the second half. They scored 7 points in less than a minute. So you've got to be ready for everything that they do.
Blake Moran matched up with their big fella Gillis here on the near side. Getting in open space is Chris Evans. First down. They spread you out, and then Evans very effective in the open space. 8 yards. And all of a sudden, Ben Davis.
Looks like Kastner might be walking a little slowly, but I don't know if he got hit on that play or not.
Ben Davis picking up some momentum. Kastner hands it off again to Evans. Getting outside, and now pushed out of bounds. Another first down. Cole Fresher pushes him out of bounds. And now a player down for the Center Grove Trojans.
Cramps.
Yeah, trying to stretch out is a Center Grove football player at the 35-yard line.
Might be a good tactic. Slow them down a little bit, you know.
Isn't that what the Patriots do to Peyton Manning?
Well, it's a well-coached team. I mean, come on. That's what the Patriots, Belichick says we need to slow them down there a little bit when Manning used to get on a roll. And so, Willie McGinnis or one of the boys would, fall down.
That's the senior linebacker, Adam Lutgreen.
Yeah, it looks like he's all right.
Runs to the sideline.
He'll have to take at least a play off. Usually you get cramps when it's 90 degrees out, not when it's 20.
Number 8, Connor Spinney, senior linebacker, in for Lutgreen. Couple of big runs by Evans. 1st and 10 from the Ben Davis 48 on the delayed handoff. Evans tripped up.
Yeah, he's still got about 4 yards, but that's the 3rd time in a row they've run that kind of delayed handoff right there. The Center Grove dropping about 8 guys into coverage, and so they're making them pay with their little run.
Sticking with the run. Again, Evans, this time they dragged him down from behind. I think it was Gavin Everett that dragged him down at the 44-yard line, and all of a sudden, Ted, a lot different look here offensively for Ben Davis.
Well, I mean, good offenses, they take whatever you're going to give them. So right now, Center Grove dropping a lot of guys in coverage, and so they're going to run the football. You can see you got the two deep guys, and whenever you see that, it usually offers you good running options.
3rd and 2, quick pass, screen pass. It is complete for the first down. First down, True Smith picks up 8 yards.
Yeah, I would give you some of that real defense, like Tampa 2. We're playing the Tampa 2, and all the John Grudenisms, but I'm not smart enough to know all those things. So
at the 36-yard line, new set of downs here for the Giants. Center Grove defense needs a big play. Kastner, plenty of time.
See, they got one guy going deep, and then they got one guy just kind of sitting down at about 5 yards.
Completed pass, 4 yards to Smith. Credit this offensive line for Ben Davis. They give Kastner plenty of time. Center Grove really has not threatened Kastner in the pocket.
This defense needs to find some way to not allow them in the end zone. They get in the end zone and get within 3 points, they're dangerous.
Running the football, True Smith. Got away from the first tackler, that was Gavin Everett, but could not elude the next tackler. I believe that was Jackson Sadro with the takedown.
The FootJoy, here I go again. Woo!
Hey, Ted, it worked last week.
Wow. Ben Davis, or Center Grove, doing an outstanding job of chasing the football. Center Grove really, after that football, no place to go.
3rd and 5. 7 minutes to play in the ball game. 3rd and 5. Kastner in the pocket. throwing to that far sideline. His man came back for it, makes the catch, touchdown.
That guy's really good.
Impressive.
He is really good. 16. I mean, that's kind of a back shoulder throw, and the defense just gets lost. I mean, it's just so hard being out there on an island by yourself. You're trying to cover. They drive you down the field, and then all of a sudden they stop, come back, catch the football. Well, it's going to be up to the Center Grove offense once again. They need to move the football. They need to move the football down the field and score points if at all possible. This is a Ben Davis football team that just never feels like they're out of the football game. They feel like as long as there's time on the clock, they still have an opportunity.
That was Smith with the
good
touchdown reception, and the PAT kick is good. And the difference in this ball game is now the field goal by the Trojans right before halftime.
You see, you take a look at it right there, and it's just so difficult whenever they make that back shoulder throw because they drive you down the field, get that defensive back running, and then all of a sudden it's much easier for the offensive player to stop and reconnect with the football, the defensive player is playing the receiver, and it just makes it very, very difficult. A good throw by Kastner, good catch. It's a Ben Davis offense that's been very efficient here tonight.
Yeah, it was a drive that involved more running than passing. 9 plays, they ran it 6 times, threw it 3, moved it 80 yards, 2 minutes, 24 seconds. Again, Kastner to Smith on a 31-yard touchdown pass. 45-42, Trojans by 3. 7 minutes to play in the ball game. The winner advances to the state championship at Lucas Oil the day after Thanksgiving. Center Grove going without Max Norris here in the second half, suffering a leg injury in the second quarter after gaining 198 yards.
Better get to that. Better get to it.
Center Grove just gets on it. Jackson
10-yard
Holtz.
line, 11 or 12-yard line, though.
Yeah, they hit it in a kind of a dead spot over there. Nobody in position to field that one. And Jackson Holt, the deep return man, had to run up and just get on it at the 12.
This is where your offensive line can really make a difference here. I mean, you've got to come out, you got to move the chains, pick up a couple first downs, get some positive feelings back in the game. Right now, Ben Davis really feeling good about themselves. They've just scored. Their defense is waving their arms. They feel like they're going to be really, really aggressive. You want to run something here knowing that they're going to be really aggressive getting to the football.
At the 12-yard line. Handoff, Titus McCoy
You
avoids
can see,
the
look at him
first
there.
hit, then gets through the second hit, so what could have been no gain, at least gets some positive yards. Great job by the sophomore Titus McCoy, and Ted Carmel in front, 14-13 over Penn, 3:50 to play in the fourth quarter. Penn scored but missed the extra point kick.
Oh, my goodness.
That's the 1-point difference in that one.
Wow.
1 yard for Titus McCoy, 2nd and 9 at the 13-yard line. 6:25 and counting. Fourth quarter.
I talked about Joey Siderwitz. He needs to have a really big fourth quarter here, and he needs to make a couple plays here.
A blitz once again. He gets in the backfield, and
you see they
creates
timed
havoc. That's William Pate.
You know, they timed the signal. I mean, they're in there almost before Joey even gets the ball.
Pate got across first. He did not make the tackle, but he was the one that got across first.
Yeah, 36 is the one who made the play and got in there.
He busted up the play.
Bringing in their wide receivers.
3rd and 14.
Coming in.
3rd and 14. Ball is at the 7.
Okay, you've got to make a good, solid play here. You need to pick up some yards. You're trying to pick up a first down. I mean, the shot clock's down to 5. They're going to have to call a timeout.
Coach Moore calls a timeout with 5:32 to play on the clock. It's 45-42, Trojans by 3.
You cannot, allow them to pick the ball off here. I mean, you're going to have to throw Rick's saying counter crisscross. They've ran it twice tonight. Ben Davis has not even sniffed it either time. The only thing is, I don't know if they can run it out of the 4 or 5 wide out situation. So we'll see. you would think they would throw a little screen pass, a little draw play, something like that, something safe that maybe you can pick up some yards, maybe pick up the first down.
Center Grove returns to the field first. 3rd and 14.
I mean, I might try to pick up 5 yards by getting them to jump off sides, first thing, because they are so aggressive. If you hard count them, you're probably going to pick up an easy 5. In this situation, Joey obviously likes Titus McCoy and he likes Devin.
McCoy in the backfield with Siderwitz. Siderwitz from his own end zone, running the football, trying to find somebody. Finds McCoy for the first down. Out of bounds, first down.
Wow, what a play.
Great job by the junior quarterback, Joey Siderwitz, to extend the play. What a great job by McCoy to break down the field and was wide open. A nice touch pass.
It was a great pass, great situation. Joey waited for it to open up. I mean, he didn't get, he didn't run too far. He still gave him a chance to throw the football, didn't cross the line of scrimmage. Just a really, really good play in that situation.
Needed 14, got 22 on the play.
You're Center Grove, you got to keep moving the chains. Still 5 minutes left in this football game.
5:24 to be exact. At the 30, Siderwitz from the gun. Handoff, Siderwitz gives it to McCoy, getting outside, great blocking to the 45 and to the 50 and into Ben Davis territory at the 49-yard line. What a run by Titus McCoy. What a play call.
What a change 2 plays can make. I mean, you're sitting on about the 4-yard line wondering what you're going to do on 3rd down and 13. You pick it up, and then 1 play later, guy runs for 25 or 30 yards. I mean, 2 great plays for Center Grove. Their offensive line has given them an opportunity here to do this.
30 yards for Titus McCoy. New set of downs. 5 minutes and counting. Handoff, McCoy here to the near side, and Ben Davis, they closed
Hold on to the football.
They closed the hole quickly. Maybe lost a half yard, but the clock continues to roll at 4:45. Loss of a yard.
Still haven't blown it into play.
Now they blow the whistle.
Make sure you use every second.
Center Grove in front, 45-42. And now a player down for the Trojans. Is that McCoy? Maybe cramps. A player down for the Center Grove Trojans. That may be Titus McCoy. I can't quite catch a number.
Eric told him to get down, or
again, very frigid here at Ben Davis in the 20s. Max Norris appeared to have pulled a hamstring in the first half. We've seen Lutgreen go down with a muscle cramp, and now it is Titus McCoy. Yes, sophomore goes down, walks to the sideline to be looked at. Center Grove, running clock, getting first downs. Grind it out here in the end. Ball at the 50. 2nd and 10.
Yeah, the clock was down to 13, and now they've reset it back to 25. So that gets you an additional 12 seconds.
McCoy, helmet off on the bench. There goes Calvin Daggett, sprints it outside. Stiff arm and runs out of bounds at the 42-yard line. Again, the key here is try to stay in bounds if you can. Put on the brakes. He tried to, and then the Ben Davis player was able to push him out of bounds. 8 yards for Daggett. 4:24 to play in the game.
3rd down and about 3.
Again, Titus McCoy being looked at here on the sideline, helmet off, and Trojans going out their number 1 and number 2 backs. Norris and McCoy on the sideline. 3rd and a couple.
Maybe try to draw them off sides. Nope.
Hand off. That's Tristan Clark, sophomore. First down, Tristan Clark. That's why when you play in the 3rd and 4th quarter against New Albany in the sectional, that's important. First carry of the night for that young man. And he knew exactly what to do.
Well, they're ready for they can't wait to get out there on the stage and show what they can do. They've been doing it in practice. They feel good about themselves. A lot of confidence. Eric instills that confidence in his younger players. You can tell.
Clock runs. 4 minutes to play.
Down to 5.
5 on the play clock.
They got time. They'll get it off.
From the gun, hand off to Daggett. Big hole to the 30. They get him around the ankle tops. He's down to the 25-yard line. Another first down for the Trojans. Stop the clock momentarily to move the chains. The Center Grove Trojans continue to pick up first downs. And it's just not one guy, Ted. It's just not one guy. Tristan Clark,
87.
Daggett, Holt,
87
McCoy.
Took a really difficult hit there. Thank God that he kicked his legs out from under him and didn't get his legs back in underneath him. Take
Clock
time.
running.
Yeah, but take the time. There's still 12 seconds. Take your time. Still 10 seconds. Boy.
Flag down. Looks like it's going to be a false start against the Trojans. False start, Center Grove.
I mean, I continue to beat on that, and Rick is over here the same thing. I mean, you know, when the clock is at 10 seconds, the play clock or whatever, you've got to run that down to 2 seconds. I mean, 8 seconds over, say, 8 plays. I mean, all of a sudden that's a minute. You know, I mean, you've got to take advantage of that opportunity. Do not run it.
2 sophomores in
Here
the backfield.
again, you know, there's 10 seconds left on it.
Counter crisscross. Daggett gets through the initial hit. Taken down at the 30. Again, it was 1st and 15. Now it'll be 2nd down. And still long. He gets it to the 30-yard line.
You need to figure out some way to pick up a first down here.
Clock running.
It's only
3 minutes.
Only 2nd down.
3 minutes to play. Trojans by 3. The difference, a 33-yard field goal late in the first half.
Yeah, as Rick said, you know, we need points. Either the clock to run out or we need points because we saw how quickly they can score, and I'm not sure that Center Grove can stop them.
On 2nd and 15, Trevor Holt trying to get outside. Cuts it up. He's to the 25. Did he stay in bounds? At the moment, the clock continues to run. Now it stops at 2:40. They do push him out of bounds, and nope, it's going to be a timeout called by Coach Kirshner. He stops the clock with 2:40. So Holt was able to stay in bounds.
3rd and about 9.
6 yards for Holt.
I don't think you can take a chance of throwing it here and, you know, incompletion.
I think, Ted, aren't you in 4-down territory, or do you obviously if you don't get the first down, do you try a field goal? Does a field goal help you to go to 6?
I don't think so.
I don't think so either. I think it's 4-down territory.
Ben Davis is so powerful offensively. I think they would love for you to go for a field goal, knowing that they can score 6 or 7 points pretty quickly. So if I'm Eric, I'm either trying to run as much time off that clock as possible, or I'm trying to score 7 points.
Two minutes, 40 seconds to play in the Sema State Championship game. Trojans have not been to the state championship since 2008. They beat Ben Davis back in 08. Coach Kirshner's Giants came to Ray Skillman Stadium in Center Grove, beat him back in 08, beat him back in 2000 right here at Ben Davis, trying to do it again. 3rd and 9 the call. What does Coach Moore dial up? Zach Smith splits out left. Hensley here in the slot on the right. Doyle splits out to the right. Looking right, throwing underneath, completed pass to Daggett. He sidesteps one tackler and tries to stay in bounds. Again, they rip him out of bounds, stops the clock with 2:33. He's going to be short of the first down. 4th and short.
Well, you got to go for it.
Makes it manageable, Ted, makes it manageable.
Oh, it's very manageable.
4th and what, 1? 4th and 1? Looks like 4th and 1.
Right here would be a great long or hard count. I think that you can get these guys are going to be so juiced up here. They know they need the football. You could probably get them to jump off sides.
2:33 to play. The clock is stopped again.
No, the clock's not. Well, the shot clock isn't stopped.
Yeah, the game clock stopped, but the play clock down to 5, and Coach Moore is going to call a timeout to talk it over because this is the biggest play of the season. You get the first down, you can continue the drive to score and run the clock. If you don't, man, you give it to a high-octane offense in Ben Davis.
Well, if you're the offensive line, you just can't allow any penetration. I mean, you can't allow somebody to shoot the gaps. I mean, you've got to be aware, almost like a zone type of blocking, where anybody that comes in front of your nose, you have got to take them on, and just do not allow anybody to get in the gaps and penetrate. As long as you don't allow anybody to penetrate, you can push them forward. You have an opportunity to pick up the first down. You just can't let them to penetrate and then knock you down in the backfield.
Take a deep breath.
Again, I would definitely look at the hard count, because this is going to be a Ben Davis team that's going to be really, really aggressive and jumpy, ready to go.
Center Grove needs 1 yard for the first down. Up by 3, 2:33 to play in the ball game. Trojans motto, finish. Let's see what they come up with. Tristan Clark could not get.
He did not get it.
Away from the tackler in the backfield. They wrapped him up around the legs, could not get a push. And a turnover on downs. It's now up to the Center Grove defense.
The Center Grove defense is going to have to do the job here, because Ben Davis is obviously feeling very good about itself. This is the same situation they found themselves in. They have a little bit more time than they had against Warren Central. But, they're looking at, 84 yards, and they're looking at scoring points. They are not wanting to kick field goals. They're looking to score points. Center Grove defense could come up big right here.
Ball at the Ben Davis 16.
Got to make a play.
2:29 to play in the ball game. Plenty of time for this Giants offense. Kastner coming to the near side, completes the pass to Brennan Gillis. They stand him up and
blow
trying to
the
keep
whistle.
him in bounds.
My
they finally
God.
blow the whistle, but they let that play carry on
That's
way
just
too long.
ridiculous. I mean, it has nothing to do with Ben Davis or Center Grove. It's just ridiculous they continue to blow the whistle.
3 yards, 2nd and 7. Handoff, Evans, they rip him down. Cameron Tidd with the tackle.
First down. I mean, I
Ball at the
always
31.
remember when Peyton
26,
Manning and
26.
those guys talk about running the 2-minute offense, or Brett Favre. They always talked about move the chains. The most important thing is moving the chains.
Evans to the 40, down that far sideline. They're chasing him.
He's loose.
Chasing him, and they're not going to catch him. Touchdown.
Wow.
Touchdown, Ben Davis. 74-yard touchdown run.
Well, the good thing about that is they did it quick enough. They left you 1:40 left on the clock. I mean, Center Grove is not a high-octane passing team, but we've seen them move the football tonight. At least they've got 1:40 to do something about it.
Ben Davis moves in front. Evans, 74-yard touchdown run, had a 69-yard touchdown run back in the first quarter. Now the extra point kick.
Wow. I'm a little stunned. I thought Center Grove not only had, I thought they had great control of this game.
The kick by the Giants is
Wow.
good. 49-45. Center Grove down by 4, so the Trojans need a touchdown with 1:46 to play.
Center Grove still has all their timeouts.
Center Grove fans absolutely stunned.
We have no timeouts.
Yeah, 0 timeouts.
Oh, boy.
Center Grove with no timeouts.
All right, so you need to think about getting first downs. I mean, you need to move the chains where the clock's going to stop every time, and then you're going to have to get up and clock it every time that you get a first down. You have to understand where you are on the field, what you're trying to get accomplished on the field. Know that it's a 4-point game. You have got to get 7.
Center Grove has been effective tonight, Ted, on kickoff returns. They've had some success here. McCullough Gardner lining up at the 20 on that far side as Titus McCoy remains on the sideline, sitting right next to Max Norris, both out injured.
The last time he kicked it over that first line, and that's what he's trying to do again.
Going to be taken by Jackson Holt, drops it at the 15, picks it up, trying to find something. He gets it to the 20 and down to about the 21, 22-yard line.
Blow the whistle.
They'll mark him at the 22-yard line, so the Trojans will have to go 78 yards for the touchdown in 1:37 and no timeouts.
Well, I guarantee that they've worked on this in situational games. Joey, this is where Joey has to come in big as a leader. I mean, you've got to know where Devin is. You've got to know where your key playmakers are. You cannot take sacks in the backfield. I mean, you've got to throw the football away, or you got to get it downfield.
Sidowitz, clean pocket, throws it to Hensley. Caught. Did he get out of bounds?
Yes.
They stop the clock with 90 seconds to play. He's a yard short, I believe, of the first down. They'll spot it at the 31-yard line. Second and a couple. He did get out of bounds.
Yep, he got out of bounds. He waved his arms and got out of bounds.
Wilden splits out left. Doyle and Hensley here to the right. Running the ball is Daggett, and he's chopped down at the 35.
Well,
Done
first
by Ben
down,
Davis.
though. I mean, first down, so clock stops while they do this. I mean, now you either have to get a play in or you just got to go up and clock it. I mean, just throw it into the ground and give yourself plenty of time. Clock's already started. There's 5 seconds gone. There's 7 seconds gone.
1:12 and counting. Sidowitz in the pocket, and it's going to be a screen
Can't
pass.
do that.
Got to hurry, guys.
Hurry, guys! You got to clock it. Got to throw this football down and just get set. Get set.
Lost a lot of time.
Yeah, you lost a lot of time. There was 1:22 when they first started that, before he threw that play, and now it's down to 52.
52 seconds, 3rd and 10.
So they wasted almost 30 seconds right there, and that's there's only 52 seconds left.
Coach Moore calling in the play to Devin Hensley. Now gives it to Joey Sidowitz. 10 on the play clock. They're hurrying to the line of scrimmage. They need 10 yards for the first down. 52 seconds to play. Sidowitz in the pocket, throwing and overthrows his receiver Hensley. Incomplete.
Well, that's not all bad. I mean, it's an incomplete pass. Clock stops. I mean, that's why you throw the football rather than run it. I mean, late in the game. I mean, every time there's an incompletion, the clock stops.
4th and 10, though, Ted. 4th and 10.
Yeah, it is 4th down and 10.
Needed some yards there, but now the Trojans needing 10 yards to extend the drive, extend the season.
Every one of your guys has to know that you have to get to the 45-yard line. Does no good to get to the 40, 42, 43. You have got to get to the 45-yard line, and there is only 6 seconds left here.
Sidowitz fakes the handoff. Throwing, looking for Hensley. Incomplete. No flag. Looking for the flag for interference. No call. That should be your ball game. 40 seconds to play. The Ben Davis Giants can take a knee. And Coach Kirshner will be making his first trip to the state championship. Ben Davis has won 7, all under Coach Dullahan. Ben Davis celebrating across the way. Wow.
Well, Coach Kirshner can thank a powerful offense led by Kastner as far as getting him to the state championship, because I thought Center Grove had really, taken this game over. Also, Coach Kirshner's defense. I mean, fourth down and 1 on the 20-yard line was obviously a huge play. They shot the gap. They got a hold of him. We could not pick it up. And then the offense took it down the field and scored the touchdown.
Center Grove cannot stop the clock, out of timeouts.
Guys, I mean, this has just been, it's one thing, it's disappointing. It's disappointing to lose football games, but this was such a gutsy effort, such a great effort by a bunch of young men. I mean, to see their guy, Max Norris, their leader, go down, to come out and do what they did, really disheartening. It's a game that you feel like they deserve to win, and they're going to go home a loser.
Kastner takes the knee. They'll spot the ball. Let's see, maybe one more snap, and that's it. Great season. for the Center Grove Trojans. Great job by the seniors. 4 Pete, 4 sectionals, 4 regionals. That's it. 49-45, the Ben Davis Giants going to the state championship.
Well, they deserve a lot of credit. They're an outstanding football team. The one thing I will say about them is even when things looked pretty bleak and they were down quite a bit, they never seemed to give up on themselves. They felt very confident over there, and when they were able to get on the football field, they got it back in a manageable position, and they took advantage and was able to win the football game. But an outstanding effort by a group of young men from the south side of town. I mean, Center Grove, you should be proud of the effort that you put forth. Max Norris, what you did tonight in a quarter and a half was unbelievable. The amount of effort that you put on the field, it's too bad that we weren't able to see you for an entire game.
So Ben Davis going to the state championship in a couple of weeks to play either Carmel or Penn. We'll be back with some final thoughts. Final score, 49-45, Center Grove falling to Ben Davis. This is Center Grove Trojan football.
Meet Tommy. Tommy's not sure which sport he will play in high school someday. But no matter what he ends up choosing, playing sports in high school will help pave the way to a happier, healthier life. All Tommy needs to do is make up his mind. High school sports. Pure spirit, pure sport. Pure launching pad for life.
For just 2% of a typical school's budget, high school sports give us plenty of energy and excitement. For just 2%, they also give us young people whose leadership and commitment to excellence will pay big dividends in our community for years to come. 2%, that's one investment we can all feel good about. High school sports, pure spirit, pure sport, pure launching pad for life.
Welcome back to Ben Davis High School. The Center Grove Trojans losing a tough one tonight, bowing out of the state tournament here in the Final Four. 49-45 the final. Ben Davis over the Center Grove Trojans. Rick Embry joins us here on the postgame show. And Rick, great ball game tonight. The Trojans, we had them, 17-point lead there in the fourth quarter, but just couldn't hold it. Ben Davis, what an outstanding offense, and they were able to put together the drives down the stretch to pull this one out.
Well, and I just kept thinking throughout that second half, Ben Davis has been here before. They've been here before. They've been faced big deficits the entire season and improbable victories over Pike and Warren Central last week, and so they didn't flinch at all. And you know, it just came down to you get 1 yard there on the 16-yard line to get another first down, and Ben Davis's defense just stepped up and made that play. And then, I mean, you never got in a position where they were within one possession of taking the lead until that last possession, and they just made a couple more plays. But I mean, to Ted's point, what a fantastic group of seniors. Started off the season 1-3, and then reeled off 8 straight wins, and just came up a little bit short here in the semi-state.
Yeah, Center Grove shorthanded, losing Max Norris in the second quarter. Cold night, a lot of muscle, I think, issues tonight. We saw Titus McCoy late in the game also exit the contest, and Center Grove again next man up. Very impressive efforts by Tristan Clark and Trevor Holt, and of course senior and Calvin Daggett played extremely well tonight. I thought Joey Siderwitz played well, and some tough breaks in the end zone on a couple of picks where they could have gone either way. But again, a lot of guys stepped up tonight, Rick. You'd like to have seen your horses there at the end with Max Norris and Titus McCoy, but hey, that's football.
Yeah, and it's we talked about at halftime the adjustments that they had to make, and they came out and just played fantastic in that third quarter, and really halfway into the fourth quarter there, and got contributions like you said. Trevor Holt stepped up big time, had several yards on good carries to the outside. Calvin Daggett had a fantastic second half, scored a couple touchdowns there, and they were getting contributions, and that's what you have to do if you have a program. Your program's not built on one guy; it's built on all 22 guys and then some on the sidelines as well. And when Max went down, the others stepped up. Then Titus went down late. I think he got hit in the head because he was kind of groggy on the sideline, which is why you didn't see him back in there. But when you run the same offense from the time that you're 6 years old, guys can come in and they know what plays they're running and they know what to do, and they got contributions in that second half, and unfortunately just came up a little bit short for the second year in a row. Man, that's tough.
Yeah, Ted, and also Rick, Ted made this point again. It's tough. I mean, down the stretch, the Trojans just couldn't quite finish this one out. But a lot of seniors for this Center Grove team. Last game, you just never know when that's going to happen. And a lot of these guys putting on the shoulder pads for the last time, and that's tough. But they can look back and say they were a part of 4 consecutive sectional and regional championship teams.
Yeah, you're right, Kevin, and that's obviously not something that they're going to want to hear tonight, because man, that's just heartbreaking and just grueling to know that you just played your last high school game. But hopefully in a couple days, a week, a month, you'll look back and go, man, we had a pretty special season after we started the season 1-3. A great run, and like you said, not only a pretty special season, but a pretty special career for those seniors, and they left it all on the field. It's not like it's not like they committed 5 or 6 turnovers tonight and just got run over. Man, they gave it all out there on the field, and unfortunately, they play the game. There's a winner and a loser, and tonight they just came up just a little bit short.
Rick, appreciate your work all season long. It was a fun ride.
Thanks, Kevin. You too.
Again, also want to just big thank you to Coach Moore and his coaching staff, the players and the parents. Just an enjoyable season for the Center Grove Trojans. So just a little short here tonight at Ben Davis in the Semi-State. Tonight's game was produced by Center Grove Gridiron Productions, New 5 Creative, and CenterGroveSportsNetwork.com. The executive director is Aaron Holt. Executive producer Matt Murray. Camera operator Austin Tyke. Again, battling the elements again tonight outside. Thanks, Austin. Statisticians Bo Barrett and Jamie Smith. Special thanks again to Center Grove Athletic Director John Zwitt for all of his help this season. Also head coach Eric Moore and his staff. And also thank you to Ben Davis head coach Mike Kirshner for his help with the broadcast tonight. Once again, Center Grove falls to Ben Davis 49-45 in the Semi-State Championship. Center Grove concludes the season at 9-4. The Giants are headed off to Lucas Oil Stadium Friday, November 28th to play in the state championship against either Carmel or Penn. For Ted Kitchell and Rick Embry, this is Kevin Conrad saying good night, everyone, from Ben Davis High School.